What's up, y'all? Let me see something real quick. Can y'all hear me? I know I always say this, but I'm probably not going to keep this live stream up. At this point, sometimes, guys, sometimes I make live streams just to fucking vent, to be honest. Sometimes I just make live streams just so that I can vent my frustrations. I don't have that many people to talk to anymore, in real life. I don't trust anybody. I literally don't trust anybody. I'm literally paranoid, I guess you could call it. Peace to everybody. So yeah, today we're going to be talking briefly about some ways that I try to fight off this depression that comes with being black. And if anybody tells you that they have not been depressed while being black in America, they're a goddamn liar. So that's just something you need to know. Um, Also, it's not just being black in America, but that is one of the main things that depresses me. It's not being black, it's the way that I get treated while I'm black out here from these lesser people. So we're gonna talk about that real quick. Um, so why am I talking about this? Well, you know, like I said, sometimes I come here just to vent. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Sometimes I come here to vent, but today I just, you know what's one thing I hate, guys? And again, I'm probably not even gonna keep this live stream up because whatever, fuck it. I just felt like talking. One thing I really hate about the way they treat black people in America is the way that you're constantly viewed as aggressive. Um, and we can talk all day about it, but long story short, it's just like no matter what the fuck you do, you get treated like shit out here from every fucking body. You get treated like shit from by everybody, the person at Starbucks, the person at the grocery store, the person at the gas station, the person at the beauty salon, the person at the restaurant, the server at the restaurant, the manager at the restaurant, the police officer. Everybody just treats me like shit, and I know it's not just me. So I can only speak for myself, but I know that it's us that they treat us like this. And I just came from a little restaurant to get something to eat. It wasn't even like a fancy restaurant. It was just like a little crawfish or like a little Cajun seafood place. And I don't even eat seafood, but they have chicken tenders there. So I just wanted to get some chicken tenders. That's it. Just some chicken tenders. Tossed them in the Cajun sauce. That's all I asked for. Do you know that I waited 25 minutes? Mind you, it was 1 o'clock. It was 1 o'clock p.m. on a Friday. Nobody was there. I'll repeat it again. Nobody was there, even to the point where the workers were sitting down on their phone and talking. I was the only motherfucker there. Why did it take 20 minutes? And I want y'all to know I'm not complaining about the fucking chicken tenders. It's not the chicken tenders. It's the point. Why did I wait 20 motherfucking minutes to get some chicken tenders? Now, this is where I have to give you a quick backstory. I work in a restaurant. For anybody who's new to my channel or doesn't know this, I'm in my real life when I'm not Jay Lethal, I am Joshua, and I work as a server in a restaurant. I've been that way for years. That's the only fucking thing I do. The only fucking thing I'm good at is being a fucking server. I don't have any fucking technical skills, right? Only y'all love me. Y'all are the only ones that see something greater in me. So I can't make a fucking good living out here in America. I'm a goddamn server and I'm a waiter. That's what I do. I'm a waiter. But anyway, I'm telling you that because I know how long it takes to cook some goddamn chicken tenders. I know how long, I'll say that again. I know how long it takes to cook some, I don't give a fuck what restaurant, what kind of fryer you got, what kind of chicken you got, where you got the chicken from, if the chicken came from New Mexico, if the chicken came, I don't give a goddamn. It takes about 7 minutes tops. I'll give you 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes tops to cook some chicken tenders from scratch. You know what you do? You throw them motherfuckers right in the motherfucking fryer. You set the timer, and they're done. Same with the fries. I got chicken tenders and fries. I didn't go in there for a fucking ribeye steak, well done with grilled shrimp on the side. I went in that bitch for chicken chicken fingers with fries. That shit takes 7 minutes. You don't even have to have no cooking expertise. Do you know that it took me 25 minutes to get this food? And halfway through the 25 minutes, some Asian man who was working there came up telling me, "Oh, yeah, we were gonna bring your food out, but I noticed that one of the chicken tenders looked small, so we're just gonna make them over for you." Now wait a minute, hold on, because again, I'm just making this to vent real quick. So I wait 25 minutes for some chicken tenders. Halfway through that 25 minutes, you come up and tell me one of the chicken tenders, just one of them, was too small, so you're gonna make the whole plate over for me. Okay. Now here's the first problem. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Because look, I'm gonna tell you like this is exactly what should have happened. And I work in a restaurant. If for whatever reason one of the chicken tenders was too small, first of all, bitch, you are lying. You have to take the chicken tenders and put them in the fryer before they come out, bitch. How the fuck did you not? You put it in the fryer before you got it out before it was done. It didn't shrink. Are you telling me that this chicken tender shrunk in the fryer? Just one of them? You telling me you didn't know that that was a small ass chicken tender before you put it in there? Okay. So that was how my mind is going. Wait, one chicken tender is smaller than the rest. So you're not gonna bring me my food that I've been waiting 20 minutes for. You're gonna make it all over. That doesn't make sense to me because the only thing you should do was bring me the food. That's hey God, you need to believe in God, man. Satan is horrible. You know that. This man has a Satan hoodie on. I'm gonna show you, man. I wish you could see this hoodie this man has on. This man has on a a Christmas sweatshirt with Satan on it. This man that I'm looking at Starbucks, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something. This man has a hoodie with Satan on it. A satanic family. Look at this. Hold on. Y'all not even gonna believe this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. I gotta see this shit. This man has a Satan hoodie on. Hold on. Look at this man's hoodie. I just wanted to film it. But it's the German Santa. So why does he have horns? Okay. Pagan. Okay. Mm. Mm. Oh, is that what he's doing in the back? He's punishing them? Oh, are those chains? Wow. Wow. You get so this also it's kind of like a play on the ugly sweater thing, but on the Santa, but now it's Krampus. Okay. Mm. Oh wow. So Santa really looks like that technically. Oh, that's the Okay, so when they say you're naughty, if he knows when you're naughty or nice, so he can be nice. What the image that appears to the good kids is the one that we know, Saint Nicholas, but this is the one that appears to the naughty kids. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I was on live stream and I wanted to take a picture of it. All right, thank y'all. All right, all right. Hello. Yeah, y'all. So did y'all see that? Hold on. Let me come back to my. Let me come back to my. They were nice though. I'll give it to them. They were nice. They said that's Krampus. They said the Santa Claus that we know actually has two sides. They said Santa Claus really has two sides. The other Santa Claus is a demonic. You saw that shit. That's some satanic shit. I don't give a fuck what they talk about. It might be Krampus. Well, in that case, Santa is demonic, as we've been saying before. Santa, if you move the words in Santa around, you get Satan. I'm gonna say it again. If you move the words Santa around, you get Satan. But anyway, let me get back to my story. So, peace to everybody in the chat. I'm talking about how to fight off the depression that comes with being black in America. And if anybody tells you that, oh, I love being black and I've never been depressed and I've always loved being black, that's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. Everybody that is black has faced some sort of depression, whether you knew you were in depression, whether you're still in depression so you don't even know it because you're still fighting through it, whether you got past that depression and you learned how to love your black self, it don't matter. You were depressed at some point from being black in America from the way they treat you. So I'm talking about how I was just about 30 minutes ago at this little crawfish spot or this little Cajun seafood place, and I got some chicken tenders, and it took 25 minutes for me to get my food. Halfway through, the Asian dude came and tell me, hey, I was gonna bring your food out, but one of your chicken tenders was smaller than the rest, so I had to make it over for you. Again, let's stop there. That's a goddamn lie because you have to put the chicken inside of the fryer, and you already know what size the tenders are before you put it inside the fryer. So you mean to tell me by the time you got out, you realized it was too small? Okay, well, if that was the case, why didn't you just bring me the food minus that one chicken tender? I'll say it one last time. Why didn't you just bring me my food that I've been waiting 20 minutes for while it was hot, minus the chicken tender, and then make a new chicken tender? And when that new chicken tender is done, you bring it to me. I'll probably still be eating, or I could take it to go, whatever. But bring me the food that's done. Why would you say, okay, there's 5 chicken tenders, one of them is too small, so you're gonna throw all of it away and make a new batch while I've been waiting for my food? So anyway, when he came and told me that, this is what we have to do as black people all the time. We got to swallow our pride. We got to breathe. We got to say little exercises. Kumbaya, my lord. I got to motherfucking woo-sa. I got to say a prayer and meditate and focus on my kundalini energy because, like I ended up telling, I'm a warrior. I am a soldier and a warrior. I'm a black child of God. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, so my temper be getting the best of me sometimes, but I'm trying to learn it. So mind you, I'm hungry. I came to this place to eat. I'm waiting 25 minutes when there's nobody else there for some chicken tenders. Then you come 20 minutes into it talking about, I'm going to have to make it over for you because one was too small. That sounds like some bullshit. And now I feel like you're doing something to my food now. You see? So now this is where my paranoia comes in. And I didn't even say nothing to him. Okay, I calmed down because remember, part of the depression in America is the fact that they can do whatever to you. They can continue to poke you and pinch you and scratch you and slap you and spit on you and all that. And the moment you defend yourself, or the moment you say, hey, stop that, or the moment you say, I don't like being spit on my face, now you're the aggressive black person. How does that work, y'all? Can you tell me this? How does it work that you can get completely spit on? And believe me, I'm going to talk about that on another live stream when I have video. But I have video of a black woman, and I posted that on my YouTube channel. A black woman activist, she got spit on by a white woman, and the white woman like y'all. And then there was another one y'all probably remember where the black woman punched the white woman in her nose the other day and broke her nose. Do you know that that woman got charged and fired? And the white woman, nothing happened to her. And the whole news, when the news played it back, they didn't play back the part. Hold on, let me see if I have this video right here. I don't think I have the video because I didn't bring my other phone. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, there was a video of a woman who got punched in her face because she was assaulting a black woman, and she got her nose broke. Hold on, I'm gonna show you something real quick. If I might have it. Nope, don't have it. Anyway, she got her nose broke, and the black woman was labeled as the aggressor. And this is what I'm saying. Like, no matter what you do, what we do, we get labeled as the aggressor. And then what comes next once they label you as the aggressor? You get fired, or they kick you out the establishment, or their favorite one, which is my least favorite, I'm going to call the police. It's usually a foreigner who says this shit, but the white man, of course, does it as well. But the foreigners, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call the police on you. You better leave now. I'm going to call the police. They love saying that. Why? Why do everybody love calling the police on black people, particularly black men? Because they know the police are the nigger catchers. I'm gonna say it one last time. Why does everybody love calling the police on black men? Because the police are the nigger catchers. Hold on. And of course, I lost my goddamn joints too. So hold on. Today is just a beautiful day. I think I lost my joints that I just had in the middle of this talk. Today is just a fucking beautiful day, isn't it, guys? The police are goddamn nigger catchers. The police are the nigger catchers. So that's why everybody feels so comfortable saying, I'm going to call the police. So that's why the moment, no matter what happens, if you start getting aggressive and getting loud, now it's not about what happened to you anymore. Now it's about you're being hostile and aggressive, and I'm going to call the police. So I didn't even allow them that chance. I just kept it quiet. And I'm going to finish my story. So anyway, finally, they bring me my chicken tenders, right? Finally, they bring me my chicken tenders. And would you believe it's the same exact chicken tenders as before? Would you believe that they brought me some warm, not even hot? Because remember, the whole story was it took 30 minutes, 25 minutes to bring you these chicken tenders because we had to make a new batch because one of the chicken fingers was too small, which is a bullshit excuse. But when you brought it up to me, and remember, y'all, I'm not making a rant about my food. It's not about my chicken tenders. It's a bigger thing. This is just one of the catalysts that leads to the depression of black people in America. The fact that we can't even go to the grocery store, the liquor store, the corner store, the restaurant. We can't go to the beauty supply. We can't go to anywhere without them following us around, talking shit in their own language about us, like we don't know that they're talking about us, racial profiling us, harassing us, or like I said in the instance of the restaurant, they just give you the shitty ass product. They give you the shitty ass product and they expect you to consume it. Now, it's a funny thing because I happen to be a server. Like I told you, I've been a server for about and I really wish I could find my goddamn joints because I need to smoke a blunt right now, a joint. And I just had them. And that's another thing. I smoke so much weed, I just forget where I be putting shit. Nigga lost my keys 30 times in a day. But yeah, it's like you give us the shitty ass product and we're supposed to consume it. And that's the problem. Black people have been dealing with the short end of the stick for so long that we just accept the scraps. Oh, I guess it's okay. I guess I'll just eat it. How many times have we said, I guess I'll just eat it. I don't want to make a fuss. I don't want them to think that I'm, ghetto. I don't want them to call the police. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. So I guess I'll just take this disrespect. I guess. Well, next time I hope it's different. Well, I guess I'll just, I guess I'll just let them sit me in the back. I guess I'll let them just treat me like shit. No. And that's what's been keeping us in slavery for so goddamn long is black people being complacent. And I don't even want to go too much in on the chicken tenders, but long story short, when he finally brought them to me, They were warm. It was the same ones that he was going to bring me from the beginning. He had them just sitting there. And would you believe that same little bitty chicken tender that he told me that he was going to replace? It was still there. So I still had that little chicken ass tender. The shit was half, barely even warm, and it wasn't even tossed in the sauce right. It was just barely tossed. Like they didn't give a fuck. They just gave it to me. Like just get this nigga in and out. He already paid us our money. We don't give a fuck about customer service. We don't give a fuck about a valued customer. We don't give a fuck about presentation. And the whole disrespectful part about it is, like I told you, I work in the restaurant industry. I've been in the restaurant industry for almost 10 years. I know the standard of how you're supposed to treat customers and how the presentation is supposed to be. And did you know that they sent out the only black employee to come and find out what the problem was? None of the managers, the owner, all of them were there. There was nobody else there. They saw that I had an issue. They put my money back on my card, but they sent the black woman to come tell me sorry, or to tell me, okay, here, to give me my card back. They didn't give me no gift card. They didn't remake the food for me. They didn't promise me that it would be better next time. They didn't say that they value me as a customer. Nothing. It doesn't fucking matter because I'm just a nigger. And that's okay. Like I told the black woman that told me, I said, it's okay because when the good black Christ comes back, I'm slicing these motherfuckers' heads off. When the good, real black Christ comes back, and if he allows me, I'm slicing heads off in broad daylight. Because these motherfuckers have no remorse for us. Treating us like shit in our land. How the fuck an Asian person gonna come over here with it? Like I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I'll say it in front of the world. You cat eating, rat eating, dog eating motherfucker gonna come here talking shit to me and treat me like shit because the white man told you can do it? Okay, well, you and him gonna be decapitated. You and him are gonna be decapitated when the good black Lord comes back. And if I'm amongst the people that's allowed to do it, you motherfuckers are gonna be decapitated because you have no remorse. So there's no repentance for you. You have no remorse. You willingly come over here and you choose to treat us like shit. You don't treat everybody like shit. You don't treat everybody like. And right now I'm talking to the foreigners because the place that I went to, it was a Cajun restaurant, but all the motherfuckers cooking the food was Asian. I don't know how that worked, but anyway, I'm talking to the foreigners right now. Y'all have no compassion, and you came halfway across the earth to come to our land that we fought for and bled for, and because this stinking ass dirty white man told you that you can treat us like this, you did it. You did it. Knowing on your side of the pond, you finding gutter rats in the sewer and you cook them medium rare with a side of white rice. But you want to come talk shit to me and my people and treat us like shit. So that's why I said I just had to get a refund. I very calmly said I would like a refund, please. So here it is, about almost 2 o'clock, and I still haven't eaten yet. Why? Because the place that I went to eat wanted to treat me like a fucking nigger because they don't value my customer service. They don't value me as a customer. And mind you, I'm just one of the niggers that comes in. The other niggers that come in, they don't know how to articulate themselves and they don't know how to speak up for themselves. So they allow the disrespect. They eat the sloppy product. Me, I'm willing to walk out and just be hungry for the rest of the day or go somewhere else or just not eat regardless. Just off general principle, goddamn. But here's my thing. How long as black people should we be expected to just go to a different restaurant? That's the question. What's good, my brother? What's good? What's good? Yeah, you good? You came mugging me and shit? All right. God damn. That's what I'm saying. And you can't even be talking without a black. It's a black man walking behind me, staring me down. That's what I'm saying. The depression of being black in America is ridiculous. It's one thing, and it's another thing. It's another thing. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Here I am going on my rant, and I have a black man behind me, staring me down like I won't whoop his ass, like I won't demolish this man, staring me down all in my face. So I turn around. I'm like, "What's good, black man? Why the fuck you in my face?" And this is exactly what I'm talking about. The fucking depression of America. It's one thing to get treated like shit by the stinking ass dirty white man. I know why the white man treats me like he does. I know why the stinking dirty white man treats me like he does. He treats me like he does because he's jealous of me. The stinking white man cannot be outside in the sun for long. There's a reason he's the opposite of me. So that's why he hates me. But I'm trying to figure out why the Asian, the Arab, the motherfucking Latino, a lot of times, the Pakistani, all these other motherfuckers feel like they can treat me like the white man treats me. Huh? Oh, I know why. It's because the white man put them on a pedestal above me. And like I told you earlier, all that would still be fine. I would still not be depressed. If everybody in the world hated me, I still wouldn't be depressed. But black women and black men are hating each other now too. That's why I'm depressed. I'm depressed because no matter where I look around, I don't see an exit strategy. I see everyone hating us, and I see black men staring me down like they want to fight me, like I won't go there. Like niggas swear I just be talking. Niggas be staring me down like I won't go there, like I won't choke a nigga out until he passes out. You see what I'm saying? And I'm so frustrated right now that I lost my joints. I'm spilling my weed all in my pocket. I'm all over the place. I'm frustrated. I don't like this fucking captivity. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about any of that shit. It's about the fact that I want to live. I want to fucking have a fucking life like the rest of these goddamn people. I want to have a fucking culture and a community. I want to have some goddamn respect. I want to eat my goddamn chicken tenders. I want some goddamn chicken tenders that I can go and pay for and just have some hot chicken tenders like everybody else. Was it? Oh, and let me ask you this: was it a coincidence that I just got the shitty food? Is it a coincidence that I went to a place on a Friday, nobody's there, meaning they should have every opportunity to make my food perfect because nobody else is there, and you have me waiting 25 minutes for some goddamn chicken tenders that when they come out, it was the same ones that you said you made before. You just think, and look, let me just give you another story. There's a restaurant out here in Texas called Whataburger. If any of y'all know what Whataburger is, there's a restaurant called Whataburger, right? And I went. They closed. I think they closed at like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock on the weekdays or something like that. So I worked a 10-hour shift, and I got off about 45 minutes before this place closed. Mind you, Whataburger is just like a fast food restaurant like Wendy's, Jack in the Box. It's just a burger place. Whataburger. Look it up. This is last week. I got off 45 minutes before Whataburger closed, and it was late at night, and I said, okay, I want to get something to eat. I worked a 10-hour shift feeding people food all day. I went to Whataburger just to get my simple little burger quietly to sit in the back, right? Tell me why. I told them it was for here. I got there 30 minutes before they closed. I told them I'm going to eat it here. Tell me why they put it in a to-go bag and and sent some little young black kid over to me and he put the bag on the table and said, "Hey, you gotta take it to go." They said you gotta take it to go because we about to close. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm sitting in a burger place 30 minutes before they close. I had already been waiting 15 minutes, so that means I was there 45 minutes in total. And then when my shit was finally done, again, being patient, I was being patient. I wasn't belligerent. When I was patient, they brought me my food in a to-go box, and they said, "You have to go because we're about to close." And there was still 30 minutes before they closed. And he thought, or the manager, whoever sent that little bitch ass nigga over to me, thought that that I was just gonna say, okay, and eat my fucking food in the cold. You want me to take my food outside and eat it in the fucking cold? After I just worked a 12-hour shift feeding every other motherfucker steaks and shrimp and lobster and all this other shit. I can't even get a goddamn chicken sandwich without somebody just putting it in a to-go bag, throwing it at me and telling me to get the fuck out. And then of course I had to tell the manager, hey, what, and she's like, and when she saw that I know what I'm talking about, and I told her that I work in customer service, I work in the restaurant industry, and this is completely unacceptable. And I can call the Better Business Bureau, and I can talk to her general manager how she feels about this. Now you want to apologize, and now you want to tell me, oh, okay, I'll put it for here. You can eat it here. Now you're gonna treat me like a human when I show you that I can stand up for myself, and I show you that I can bring some consequences. Do you see why black people don't get treated like shit? Because we don't know how to stand up for ourselves and bring consequences to these motherfuckers. Point blank, period. I just figured out the reason for all of this, because black people don't know how to stand up for their motherfucking self and bring consequences. I'll say it one last goddamn time for anybody in the back. The reason why you feel the depression you feel placed on you by this weak ass red man and his foreign cohorts is because you do not know how to stand up for yourself. You do not know how to unite with somebody else who looks like yourself, and you do not know how to bring physical, actual, tangible consequences to these bitch ass motherfuckers. That's why Joe Biden can look you dead in your face and tell you, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Even though he's a 78-year-old white man, he ain't never been black. He ain't never been black. Joe Biden never been followed around the store. Joe Biden never has been denied a loan. Joe Biden never has been not hired from a job. Joe Biden has never been told to cut his dreadlocks off. Joe Biden has never lived in a Section 8 apartment. Joe Biden never had to go get raid and bomb his apartment because there's roaches in the apartment. Joe Biden never had to duck from gunshots. Joe Biden never had to hide from the Jehovah's Witness that used to knock on the door in the hood. Joe Biden never had to do any of this shit by profile by police. Joe Biden never did that, but he can tell your ass you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Why? Could Joe Biden tell the Asian community you ain't Asian if you vote for me? Tell me that. Could Joe Biden tell the Latino community you ain't Hispanic if you don't vote for me? Could Joe Biden tell the LBGT community? Here's one. Could Joe Biden tell the LBGT community, you ain't LBGT if you don't vote for me? Could he say that? What would happen if Joe Biden came out and said, you ain't gay if you don't vote for me? Because, I do a lot for the gays. So if you don't vote for me, you ain't truly gay. He couldn't even say that about a sexual preference, much less an actual a race of people. He couldn't say that about the Asians, the so-called Jews, the so-called whites, the so-called Arabs, the so-called Pakistanis, none of that. The only people that Joe Biden could look you dead in your face with a serious face and tell you, if you don't vote for me, you is black people. Why? Coincidentally, again, is it just a coincidence that they speak to us like that and only us? No, it's not a coincidence. It's because, like I told you, you don't know how to unite with your brother and your sister, and you don't know how to bring physical, tangible, actual fucking consequences to these people who do it. And you can fill in the blank when I say consequence. You might say, oh, he's calling for violence. Call it what the fuck you want. Bring consequences. Even if the consequence is you don't shop there anymore and you find every black person you can and tell them not to shop there anymore. Even if the consequence is you put them on blast on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and try to shut their business down. There's many consequences you can bring to somebody trying to oppress you. It doesn't just have to be physical, but we're not willing to bring any consequences. But how can just me being, I can't just bring consequences to that place who treated me like it. It has to be us. It has to be us. So that's why I said, I'm going to read the comments in a minute, but I just want to make a quick video. Like, tell me some of the ways y'all combat this depression. Me personally, I find ways to laugh. I try to go on YouTube. I'm always on, all I do is go on YouTube and shit and trying to find videos that either enlighten me and make me laugh, or try to put the main thing that I do is try to put pieces of this puzzle together. That's why you see me making all these videos and a bunch of live streams, and I'm on Instagram, on YouTube, and all this type of stuff, because at this point, the only thing that's therapeutic for me, like I said, my little weed, my little drinky drink, my little music, working, God, and research. And when I'm researching and putting all these pieces together, that's very therapeutic for me. But even then, I get depressed because when I'm researching and finding out about this COVID vaccine, I'm finding out about the Tuskegee experiment, I'm finding out about Black Wall Street, I'm finding out about George Floyd and everything else that I'm trying to put together for y'all, I get depressed looking at that shit. And again, it would be okay if at the end of the day, at least my black people, I knew that we all loved each other. At least if in the midst of this captivity, I knew that we could count on each other, I'd be good. But now I can't even trust the nigga next to me. He's looking me up and down like, who this nigga think he is? This nigga must think he big, he too big for his brick, like all that other shit. Let me read these comments, man. Fuck it. What's up, Nubian Queen? Leonard, what up? Future 5001. Peace, Raheem. Y'all saw that Satan thing, that Santa Claus thing? DD Lump, what up? Passion Black, what up? Terrence Martinez says, I'm trash. Get off YouTube. Nobody cares. Who cares about black people in America? Get off the weed, bro. Get alive. Future says, Terrence Martinez, shut up. You're proving his point. Go back to Stormfront's website. Yeah, that's another thing. Go on a white supremacy website or something. Like, why y'all motherfuckers feel like y'all could come to my thing talking to, like, I guarantee. And here's another thing. If the next person who walks by me doesn't mind their motherfucking business, I'm gonna slap them in the face. I'm just gonna get up and slap them in the face. The next motherfucker that stares me in the face, I'm gonna slap them dead in their face. God damn, I get tired of these motherfuckers out here, bro. And that's another thing. Whoever this is, let me see. Terrence Martinez. I'm not tripping on you, Terrence. You're a little boy. You wouldn't even tell me that in my face, bro. Like, why do I care about what you gotta say? That's another thing. Black people, learn how to pick your battles. Going back to that thing earlier, I could have blew up. I could have knocked everything over in the store. But what would that do? Imagine I knew that they were playing with me and they were treating me like a nigger and they messed up my food order, so I chose to knock everything over and make a big old scene. What would happen then? Then I would be on video knocking everything over. And that's all that would matter. It wouldn't matter about my chicken tenders or that I waited 30 minutes. All that mattered is this black man was belligerent, knocking shit over in a professional establishment. And that's why I would be chased by the police. And that's the only story that would be told on the history books. So that's why I tell you, black people, particularly black men, yes, you better choose your motherfucking battles. Choose the hill that you want to die on. And I'm talking to myself too, because I'll go there 0 to 100, nigga, really, really quick. I will definitely go 0 to 100 really, really, really quick. And I've been there. I've done it. I've gone 0 to 1,000 really quick. And then what happened? I got fired. I got arrested. I got da-da-da. I got kicked out. I got suspended. All those type of things that happened. Now, mind you, I didn't say that they weren't justified. Like, they were probably justified, all the things that I did. Maybe somebody did this, and so I did that. But for whatever reason, I was the one at the end of the day that to get the consequences. So I don't care about this dude, Terrence Martinez. Bro, get out of my face, you fucking Hamite! You! Let me, hold on. Now I'm going to put you on blast. Because now you got me twisted. I told you not to look at my face. Hold on. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. You're a Hamite, huh? You're from Africa, aren't you? I know you're from Africa by the way you walk, by the way you talk, and by the way you look at me. Why the fuck, when you walk past me, do you stare in my face? What is that about? Huh? Huh? Why, when you walk past, oh, now you can't stare in my face? What are you staring at when you walk past me? Do they do that in Zimbabwe? In America, you don't do that. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Exactly. You're a fucking coward. No, I'm not done. I'll tell you when I'm done. So when you pass by a man, okay, yeah, get the fuck out of here, African. Get the fuck out, or what? Or what? That's what I'm saying. Nigga swear, or what? Nigga swear that we African American. You know goddamn well what I'm talking about, you doodle eating motherfucker. Like you gonna do something. Get out my face then, bitch. Rolling up your sleeves like you gonna do something, bitch. Man, look. Cut the phone off for what? You want to meet me around the corner? Let's do it on camera then. Okay then, because I want to document it, because you're gonna call the fucking police when I beat your motherfucking ass and knock your teeth out your mouth. You're gonna call the police, exactly. So get your bitch ass on, Zimbabwe. Shut the fuck up, Zimbabwe. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is what I'm talking about, and y'all want to talk about unity. Y'all swear y'all want to talk about unity with the black man and the African and all this. These motherfuckers don't like love us? Come on, man. Goddamn African always, man, look. And I'm tired of making apologies. Y'all motherfuckers kid. Unfollow anything. Y'all, I don't care. Niggas ain't making or breaking me. Shit. And I told niggas, next time niggas come in my, I'm gonna start checking niggas. Fuck is you talking about? You talking about put the phone down, bitch? I'll knock your ass out with my left hand and the right hand filming and streaming and go right back to streaming right after that. You gonna call the police once I bring this havoc to you, nigga. Get the fuck out my face. I don't got time. And that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers will start some shit but don't want to finish it. And then when I finish it, now it's, oh, calm down, Joshua. Calm down. Was that really necessary? Stay on my message. Yes, it was necessary, Mr. Seven. Mr. Seven, because my face is out here, Mr. Seven. I love you, Mr. Seven, but your face isn't out here, Mr. Seven. When your face is out here and you're really out here in the streets and you're really out here being followed by government agents and you're really, really out here trying to teach the people and you're really, really out here being targeted by demons and you're really, really out here being oppressed by motherfucking all these other foreigners and you're putting your neck on the line, Mr. Seven, yes, that's when it's necessary. It's necessary, Mr. Seven. What do you mean is it fucking necessary? Is what necessary? Huh? How about that? Is it sit? Are we gonna change by just sitting online, commenting? Is that how we're gonna change this shit? I don't want to hear nothing about no African shit right now. Period. Them motherfuckers are against us. Whatever, man. What the fuck ever. I'll invite you on live. I'll invite you on live. But the point of the matter is, what's the conversation? Are you gonna tell me how I shouldn't have went off on that African man? Because I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear no more about what I shouldn't have done. I want you to tell everybody else what they shouldn't be doing. I don't want to hear no more about what I as a black man shouldn't have done in the midst of my captivity. Why is it that the black man is the only one that is expected to have some type of moral upstanding, moral upground? We the only motherfuckers in the midst of captivity, but for some reason, we the only ones that is expected to turn the other cheek, allow disrespect, allow motherfuckers to mean mug you. Do you know in prison you cannot mean mug somebody because they might think that you're trying to kill them? I have that mentality. Don't walk around. I don't know where you niggas is from, but if somebody's making eye contact with me with a strong face, staring deep in my eyes and following me as they walk, I feel threatened, nigga. And I'm gonna approach you about that. And now you're telling me, was that necessary? I'm out here live streaming real time. I have over 375 videos on YouTube alone. People know my face. I'm being followed by government agents. I have a video on my YouTube where I was being followed by a physical drone, an actual government drone. And you're asking me if some shit necessary. And I'm not mad at you, Mr. Seven. I'm just saying, we need to start encouraging our warriors. That's the problem. They pussified us too much. I said it. They pussified us way too much. I ain't got time because I will end one of these motherfuckers out here. They pussified us. So when you see a motherfucker speak with his chest and actually confront somebody, now it's, oh, he needs to calm down. I don't give a fuck about all that bullshit, man. And look, I'm gonna invite you on. How about that? Invite a guest. If anybody wants to call in, it'll probably take about 3 minutes for you to set up this little free this free little fucking thing. It's like a free little login thing that you got to put your username in, and your email is free. But once you log in, you'll be able to join me on the stream right here. I just put the stream in the chat. If anybody wants to join me and tell me what ways you get out of slavery, or you take your mind away from slavery, or better yet, like I said, talk to me about why is it a coincidence that Joe Biden told us if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Is it a coincidence that they talk to black people and treat black people like shit everywhere we go? Is that a coincidence? And tell me if I'm wrong for checking a lot of African motherfuckers who's in here who literally congregate with each other and the white man despite us, and then walk around here like they're better than us, making names like Akata for us, and walk around mean mugging us in our land. What I look like going to Zimbabwe and mean mugging somebody from Zimbabwe? What I look like? Your motherfuckers are disrespectful. All y'all Africans are disrespectful. So yeah, I checked this bitch ass because he walked back me the first time, staring all in my eyes while he walked. And I told him, yes, is there something? Then he did it again. And yes, I'm talking out here. I'm on my live stream. So what, bitch? Mind your motherfucking business. That's how we do it on our side. Or you can slap or we can fight. And I'm not Devo. You can beat me up possibly, maybe, who knows? But we're going to have to see. We definitely going to have to see. I'm tired of these motherfuckers treat me like shit in my own land. Fuck that shit. And if all I can do is just complain on live stream because I don't have no resources and I don't have no community, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm seeing too many goddamn black men being so happy and complacent in their slavery. That's another problem. Black men looking at me crazy when I'm yelling, like you don't understand why I'm yelling. Oh, it's all good, brother. You know how the white man does, man. It's all good, man. We gonna make it one day. You know, it's just the white man. You know, the white man do that, man. You know, it is what it is, man. But don't get too upset, man. No. You always talk about, the white man is in control of everything. So don't, just take it how it is. At least we're not as bad as we were when we were in chains. Actually, we're worse. I'll say it again. We are worse than we were when we were in chains. Because at least when we were in chains, we had everybody was still married. People were still getting married. We wasn't having abortions. We wasn't in gangs. We wasn't selling drugs to each other. Yeah, we were in chains and getting our ass beaten, buck broken, a lot of other harsh physical torment. But we weren't spiritually tormented when we were in slavery. We were still getting married. We were still having children. We still respected the order of the household. We weren't in gangs. We weren't selling drugs. We weren't rapping about killing each other. Now they took the chains off us, so you swear that we're not in slavery no more. But look at the conditions of our people. You tell me when we were doing better. You tell me. All these ugly motherfuckers in our land think they can just come here and blend in. Oh, we all black, my brother. We all black. No, we're not all black, my brother. You know what I'm talking about. That's why you smile. It's a spiritual thing. I just saw an African man. He smiled when he heard what I said. This African man just walked past me, a totally different African man, because there's a bunch of Africans over where I'm at. Another African man heard me, what I just said. He had no idea what I was talking about, but the moment I said that, he smiled because he knows what I'm saying is true. All these Africans coming here and making money behind our backs without even trying to work with us. Like, I don't know that shit. You think I don't know that, African man? Huh? And you want me to go get a tattoo of Africa? The fuck out of here. Then they want, let me tell you, my brother, you are wrong. You are wrong. No, I'm not fucking wrong. I'm not fucking wrong. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I've been studying this. I haven't just been living it. I've been studying it. I have submerged myself in this. Motherfuckers. Oh, my brother. Ain't no my brother shit. Fuck all that my brother shit. You know how many goddamn Africans I seen with Make America Great hats on? How does that work? An African came all the way across the world to suck the white man's dick and wear a Make America Great Again hat. I had to tell this one African dude I know from Nigeria, why the fuck are you wearing that hat? Oh, Donald Trump. God damn it. I'm depressed. I'm fucking depressed. Shit. That's why I make so many goddamn videos. Y'all the only motherfuckers that understand me. When I say the shit that I make, look, I'll make a video and y'all love it. And when I tell people in real life about this shit, they just act like that like I'm just speaking fucking alien. When I tell the people in real life about the shit that I be telling y'all, they act like I'm speaking alien. They don't understand the shit. And don't even and I already made my video about black women, so I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm the fucking obese ass black woman who think that she can walk by me like she's the queen to be. She's your queen to be. Oh, queen to be. Bitch, you 700 pounds. And I'm gonna just say it while I'm on it, of the topic of obese black women. Where do y'all be getting these big leggings from? See, now I'm just ranting. Where do y'all be getting these big ass leggings from? I'm gonna say it because I'm already there. Leggings should stop at size 3X. I'm gonna say it one last time. Leggings should stop at size 3X. Whatever company out here is making size 9, 10X leggings, that's a goddamn parachute at some point. These women walk around with that big ass kangaroo pouch in the front. You know what I'm talking about. Your high school principal, your middle school principal used to have the secretary. She used to have that big ass pouch, that fupa sitting on top of her pussy. You know what I'm talking about. She got that big ass pouch sitting right here. I've always wondered why the women got that big ass pouch of fat sitting right above their vagina. What is that? It's just all fat. You shoving fat into your leggings. They're called leggings. Only legs are supposed to be there. You're not supposed to have your stomach inside of your leggings as well. There will be. Oh, look who this is, Mr. Mike. I'm live right now. No, never wanted to kill you, brother. I just didn't like. I don't appreciate. Come talk to my people, man. You're on the way. Never wanted to kill you, man. I was only. I'm on a different time. You know, I beat up Sam.
I heard.
You heard?
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either. What happened? I don't even know.
I just told Jimmy told me about what happened.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that. But the problem is, in 2021, I don't want to have no. It's not even personal. If I'm talking to somebody and they're saying some bullshit, I'm gonna have an issue with it. So Sam was saying some bullshit, and I tried to give him a chance. I wrestled him to the ground because I didn't want to punch him. And then finally, when he just took it there, I had to punch him like 2-3 times.
I heard the cops show.
I don't know. Did he call the cops or what?
I just heard.
Oh, okay. Well, I had to beat his motherfucking ass because he thought I was playing, and he ran up on me. It wasn't about. See, I don't ever strike first. He ran up on me, and so I had to beat his little ass. So it is what it is. But I'm making this live stream. I'm just fucking furious. You know all my frustrations. The frustrations about being Black American, specifically Black American. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
I was watching your stream about being depressed in America.
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah.
That's this one. That's what I'm doing right now. But it's not about constant depression. It's about how to get out of the depression and why we're in depression. Hold on, is somebody trying to? Hey, y'all, if y'all want to come, if y'all want to join the chat, I'm posting the link in the comments one more time. All right, I'm gonna catch you, bro. All right, man. Like I said, bro, I'm living like every day my last day. Y'all don't understand this shit. I'm living like every day is my last day. But yeah, don't put your stomach in your leggings and then come back to me like you better than me. And again, it's none of this is to shame anybody. It's just humble yourself. Like I told you, Asian people, humble yourself. Asians, you are not even 5 feet. The average Asian is like 5'1". Asians, you're small. You're not physically strong. Not like us. You can't do what we do. You came halfway across the world and met up with the white man and tried to shit on us, Asian people. But you eat cats, rats, and dogs, and that's not a conspiracy theory. So I'm saying, it's not to shame Asian people. Somebody's going to play this video back later on to try to bring me down. Oh, look, he He's talking about the Asians. No, I'm putting Asians back in their fucking place. Don't you ever open up your mouth to me when you ate a rat. Think about that. You ate a physical rat, and it wasn't a bet. It wasn't like you were forced. You found the rat, skinned the rat, cooked the rat, and then you have the nerve to talk down on me. Look, I don't care what black people do. We don't eat rats. I'll tell you that. When we have our family get together and our family cookout, ain't no rat on the menu. So I don't see how y'all motherfuckers for years have been hurry up and buy, hurry up and buy. You know that whole thing where they the don't be a menace. They talk about don't be a menace when you go into the Asian corner store to get a popsicle or to get a beer or to get some cigarillos. They follow you around. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Oh no no! Hurry up and buy. Oh, I feel sorry for your mother. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy, bitch. If you don't get the fuck out my face, I'm gonna slap the rat out your mouth. And this is what I'm saying. We need black people to be able to speak the unadulterated truth without being feared for being censored. This is why y'all need to support and appreciate me, because I'm one of the last motherfuckers to actually speak the truth in 2021 moving forward, and I'm not scared of being kicked off of YouTube. I'm not scared of losing my sponsors because I never had no fucking sponsors. I purposely didn't monetize my channel. But all these big people, 300,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, they're scared to lose their endorsement. So they're not going to speak on the real shit. My question is this. What's the point of having a so-called truth channel, especially if you're black? What's the point of having a YouTube channel if you can't even speak the goddamn truth? That's what I want to know. What's the point of a black YouTuber even existing in 2021? Black people, we need black content creators. We need black perspective. We need black learning and black teaching. But if the black teacher is a nigga like Roland Martin, if the black teacher is a nigga like what's that other dude, that bald Van Jones, bald dude who's crying, these other niggas who get on big positions to push LBGT agendas, what's the point? What is the fucking point? I went on I'm not gonna say their name, but I've been on some bigger platforms and I called in and we had conversations. Did you know that a lot of big platforms tell me, hey man, you can't say that. Don't say this name. Don't say that name. Don't bring out this fact. Don't talk about Nick Cannon and the fake Jews. Don't talk about the vaccine. Don't talk about Donald Trump. Don't talk about Joe Biden. Don't talk about this. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? How can you claim you're speaking to and for the people if you're not speaking the truth? Y'all, if y'all want to join real quick and piggyback off of something I said, let me know. I'm still looking for my fucking weed over here. I have my weed, but I lost my joints. I would have been smoking. If I could have just rolled this little joint up and smoked it, I'd have been cool a long time ago. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been filling my pocket. Look, I've been filling the same pockets for like 30 minutes now. You know when you go back into the fridge and you think the next time you go into the fridge, it's gonna have something in the fridge, but it's the same shit that was in the fridge 5 minutes ago. That's how I'm digging in my pockets. Like I know I had this shit. I need to smoke. I wasn't even gonna take long today. I'm not even. I only got 27% on my phone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you want to call in, do it now. If not, it's all good. Um, yeah, man. I'm just asking y'all. What do y'all do? What are some ways that you suggest that black people um stay out of the depression that comes on us? And I'm not saying. Remember, that's not to be confused with how to avoid thinking about it, because if you're just doing stuff to distract you from the slavery, that's going to keep you in slavery. So I don't want you to say, oh, just don't think about it. No, 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 no. How do you stay balanced? Knowing what you know as a black person in America and studying what you study and still having the balance to be able to teach. Because I'm going to tell you one last thing before I go. I was thinking about this the other day. You got to really love black people to talk to them. Because guess what? There's no reward right now for speaking for black people. Not the way I'm doing it. Now, maybe if I'm like Roland Martin, like I said, Al Sharpton, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, that type of black person, LBGT ass black person, maybe there's a reward in speaking to the black demographic because they're going to put you on a pedestal. But the real black people, there's no reward for us right now for speaking this truth. Everybody hates us for doing it. We get censored. We don't get no money. We get kicked out. We get fired. Some of y'all that have been following me for a while, you know that I got fired from my last job because they found out my YouTube channel. And they tried to paint me like a hostile Negro again. Listen, I'm gonna say this. My last job that I had, I got fired from it because the job before I have now, I got fired from it because they found my YouTube channel and then they tried to paint me like I was an aggressive, hostile. They used the word hostile employee because and then they use the talking points that I speak about in my videos to say that I don't like women, to say that I'm too political, to say this, and that. So I can't even speak this. I can't even have a YouTube goddamn channel, just a free YouTube channel, and talk my shit here. Where am I supposed to relieve myself of all this tension that's built up from being a black man in America and constantly being assaulted and having my head on a swivel? I'll ask you one more time. Where do I go as a black man to relieve the tension that I have from being oppressed constantly and having my head on a swivel? Because if I can't even go on YouTube and speak my shit without having to watch my tone and not say this, not say that, that means that I have nothing. I don't have resources. I don't have a community. I don't have even love within my people, and I can't even speak the fucking God's honest truth. He said the gun range. That's a good one. I'll give you that. I probably need to do that. I probably need to go get me some, but nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't even need no gun, because guess what? Give me a gun, it's going down. I'm telling you right now. You don't want me with a gun. You don't want that shit on my waist. You don't want me to be able to pick a gun up off my waist at any second. Oh no, no, no. Even me, I know that's not responsible. I do not want a gun because I'm gonna blow somebody's fucking head off. Point blank, period. Do not give me no gun, nobody. Do not even. If Jay Lethal has a gun, run. I'm telling you right now. If you see Jay Lethal with a loaded gun of any caliber, run, 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 run. Remember all the other kids with the pumped up kick. Better run, baby, run. Faster than my bullet. You better run. If you see me with any kind of caliber, I don't give a fuck if it's a 22. I'm blowing that bitch. Pew, 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 pew. I don't give a fuck if it's the smallest gun possible. I'll blow some pellets in your ass. Pew, 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 pew. So I guess I feel a little bit better. I still haven't smoked, and I'm off today. I might have a little champagne just to relax. I guess I feel a little better. Um, but yeah, I just made this video just to see real quick, because it's like, bro, I can't even go to get no chicken nuggets without getting treated like shit. And like I said, is it a coincidence that we just get the shitty food every time? We get the shitty service every time. I went to Whole Foods today, and the lady smiling and everything with all the other customers. The moment I get into the line with my stuff to pay in line, she just looks. She doesn't even say hi to me. She just looks at me and starts scanning my shit and scanned my card and gave me the receipt. Nothing else. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You go in a line and hey, they're talking to everybody. Hey, how you doing today, Bob? Talking to everybody else. The moment it's your turn, hey, what you want? What you want? What you here for? Like I'm just some fucking criminal. God damn it, I get tired of that shit. See, black people don't like guns because we know the power is intoxicating and can lead to wickedness. Exactly. That's why I don't even want it. Because remember, the scripture says, live by the gun, die by the gun. That doesn't mean that you can't use the gun, but a lot of people literally live by the gun. They literally live by it, meaning they sleep by it. They have it under their pillow. They have it on their waist all the time. They have a bunch of them they live by it, and therefore their faith is in that gun. That's different than just having a gun for protection, but knowing that the Most High God is your ultimate protection. Most people, a lot of people who have guns feel like their gun is the Most High. I know a dude that lives over here. He's like in his 50s. I'm not gonna say his name, but when this COVID shit went on, he invested like $8,000 into guns. He said he's gonna resell them, but I know he's gonna keep at least one or two because he did that shit the moment this COVID shit happened. He got scared when the COVID shit started happening. He invested into a bunch of different guns. Last time I saw him, he told me he's up to 9 different pistols. He has 9 pistols now. And I just told him, I hope that saves you, bro, but my faith is in the Most High God. You see what I'm saying? I hope those 9 guns can save you, because guess what? You only got 2 fingers. How the fuck you got 9 triggers but 2 fingers? When you gonna pull out your fingers, your toes, and all this shit? You can only shoot 1, maybe 2 guns at a time. And guess what? Guess what, black man? Them little pistols, that little 9mm, that little 45 you got, that ain't nothing compared to the weapons that the devil has. This the United States government has armed that guns that'll just turn you into smithereens. They got laser weapons now. You ever heard of not even I don't even know what it's called, but they got weapons now that they can shoot at you. It's like the sound. They can mess with the sound frequency and make your head hurt from messing up the frequencies of the air. They can manipulate the frequency of the airwaves and fuck up your head. You can look into this. They have technology that can disperse crowds without even shooting a bullet. It just makes you feel like it shoots some kind of fucking laser at you and makes you feel like your skin is boiling. Look it up. That's what the United States government has. Some shit that'll make you feel like you're on fire. And you think that little 9mm is gonna do something? Come on, man. So like I said, black people, shit's not gonna change until we get upset. I'm about to leave in a minute, but this is what it is. Black people will not change nothing will change for us until we get upset to the point where we bring consequences on these people. Period. You can call the consequence what you want, but the consequence gotta be there. They gotta know that there's gonna be a consequence for messing with this random black person. Because see, right now they can target us because they know we're not together. They know that the average black person, I'm not talking about the woke black people, I'm talking about the average black person. They don't look at a stranger black person, a random black person, as their family or their friend or their associate or their colleague. We look at, as long as me and my family is good, as long as I got a PhD or I got a nice job or me and my family's going to school, we're good. We don't look at the next black person down the street or next door to us or in the next block or in the next city. We don't see how they're connected to us. But when you talk about the Asian community, the Latino community, the white community, the so-called Jewish community, the Arab community, the Indian community, those communities know that the person that lives next door to them, the person that lives across the street, the person that lives down the block, the person that lives in the next state, that's also Indian, that's also Asian, they know that they have a common denominator. That is why Joe Biden would never come out and say, Asian people, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Asian. They would never say that, because they know that Asian people would stand up for themselves and say, fuck you, Joe Biden. Not only are we not voting for you, but we're going to make a campaign against you. That's what Asians would do if Joe Biden ever came out his mouth and said, you ain't Asian if you don't vote for me. But he told it to black people because he knows that business is going to continue as usual. He knows he can shit on us and there's going to be no repercussions, or so he thinks. I'll say it again. Joe Biden feels like he can shit on us with no repercussion because he thinks that there will be no consequence. He thinks that you can just shit on God's children and that's it, because we have no power right now. But little does he know, and little do all these motherfuckers know, that the tide is very rapidly changing. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna put the thing in the chat one more time. If y'all don't want to come on, it's cool. I understand. It's still, I usually don't go live stream until a little later. Honestly, I usually do not live stream until later in the day. And I wasn't even gonna go live today, but then I was sitting here and I'm like, bro, I don't like this feeling. I don't like always having to swallow my pride. That's another thing. We're the only ones that's expected to forgive all this Jesus stuff. I'm not saying Jesus isn't real or Christ isn't real, but I'm saying black people are the only one expected to actually live up to the words of Christ. If you do Asian people wrong, they ain't talking about forgiving you. White people aren't forgiving you. Jewish people, so called, aren't forgiving you for purposely attacking their community. Nobody, Africans aren't forgiving you. The black Americans, the only one told forgive, 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 no matter what. Let Dylan Roof come in here and shoot up the church, forgive him. Let Joe Biden disrespect us as black people, forgive him. Let everybody disrespect us, forgive, 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 forgive forever. Forever, because that's what a good Christian will do. But nobody else has to do that. When it's 9/11, you didn't forgive the terrorists. I'll say it again. Why don't we ever say, hey, forgive the terrorists? They were just taught wrong. They need to be taught the word of God. They need to be taught about Jesus Christ and the salvation and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. How come George Bush didn't come out and say, hey, after 9/11, we need to forgive these people that ran into our buildings. They didn't know what they were doing. They need to know the word of God. George Bush didn't say that. George Bush said, we are in a war of terror and we are going to deploy millions of people out to Iraq, Afghanistan, da 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 da. Where's the forgiveness when it comes to white America and these other people? But me, I gotta allow you to treat me like shit, push me to the back of the line, push me to the back of the bus, serve me the bottom of the barrel food, give me the old crusty cold fries, give me the old stale ass piece of chicken, the old moldy ass piece of bread. And after all I've been through as a black person, I have to accept that? Man, fuck off. At this point, I'm just talking. Oh, somebody trying to call in. Hello.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
How are you? Yes,
I'm
I
good.
can.
How
How
are
are you?
you?
I'm great. Can you turn your the speaker off in the back, like the YouTube off, because it has like
Hold on.
a
Okay. How's
okay. How
that?
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
What's your
Yeah,
name and
me.
where you calling from?
Passion Black One.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put my government name out there
Fair
because
enough.
for
Fair
some
enough.
reason you what you were just talking about, and I'm calling from North Carolina.
Okay, talk to us. What's on your mind today?
I feel you 100%.
Mm,
I'm. It's like the depression just comes over me
mm,
because and I said this to my manager, because I'm working from home right now.
okay.
And, I still have to go out there and, do shopping and stuff like that. So we have a one-on-one every month. And I was
Mm-hmm.
telling him, I'm so doggone stressed. It's like every time I go out there, I have to be on guard. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I have
mm,
to be keep my head on a swivel all the time. It's exhausting.
mm-hmm.
It's absolutely exhausting. And white people will never understand that. Never.
Mm, mm,
So I watch comedies like Tony Baker,
mm. I love
Shula
Tony Baker.
King. Oh my gosh, Shula
I just saw a
King.
video from I just saw a video from Tony Baker earlier today. Yeah, stuff like
Mhm.
that. Yes, I love that. I love it. Let me ask you
Yeah.
something. On a side note, do you remember, or if you don't mind me asking, what age range are you in? I know it's not polite to ask people their age, but I mean, what age
It
range?
it's
30s,
fine. I'm
20s,
in
40s,
the
50s?
age range of the baby boomer.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. Can you remember the very first time that you remember, or let me ask you very specifically. Can you recall the first time that you identified that you were that racism was happening to you? I don't know
Yeah.
how to better put it, but like the first time that you knew, wait a minute, this isn't right, and
Yeah.
something's going on, and I think it's because I'm black. What was the first time? How old are you, and what happened? Talk to us.
I was standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus.
And you were how old?
Oh,
About?
I was 15,
Okay.
15, maybe. Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Um, it was dark. This was
Mhm.
back in New York when I lived in New York. Um,
Okay.
car passes by and the N word comes out.
Mm. And
So
how did that make how did that so that was the first time that you have dealt with racism that you can remember?
that's the first time that it was like slapped in my face.
Slapped in your
I,
face, right, right, because there's so many other times where it might have been covert or under the rug or passive aggressive, right?
right, right, exactly, exactly.
So so let me ask you this. When you first heard yourself called a nigger at 15 years old, did you have the confidence to know, hey, I'm not a nigger, I'm beautiful, I'm black and I'm beautiful, and that doesn't matter? Did you have that confidence at 15 years old?
Not at that time, no.
Right. And this is my point. My point is that 90%, if not more, of us as black people, particularly in America, have dealt with racism from such a young age. And at the time that we were first introduced to it, we had no idea how to combat it.
Yep, yep, very
So
true.
so you so you can only imagine if the racist attacks keep happening and keep getting more severe, not only are we going to be traumatized, but we never knew how to deal with it from the beginning. So it's just like shoveling dirt and more dirt on top of somebody who's already buried. We were already
Exactly.
buried under this racism, and you just keep shoveling more and more dirt. We didn't know how to get out of it a long time ago, but now you shovel 10 foot more dirt on us, and we really don't know how to get out, right?
Thank you.
You
100.
know, so that's why I do what I do on YouTube, because I'm not like a clinical psychologist or that was accredited by the medical school board or anything like this. But what I've done is I've taken my experiences, I've looked around society, I've asked other people, I've studied history, and I've combined all those things, and I've listened to God, and I've submitted myself to God, and I've done all those things, and now I'm talking to us and telling us we need to heal and we need to have discussions about not only
Yes,
the things that happen to us, but also the way in which we behave as black people. Because as I said earlier, I can't even really walk down the street without black men staring me up and down like they want to fight me. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. At least if you're
So
gonna look at them, smile at them. You know what I'm saying?
something,
See,
something. Give me a head nod. Give me a power fist, a black
exactly,
power fist.
exactly. Do the nod.
Right? You feel
You
me?
know, but that, and I don't understand how we can't understand that.
hmm
It's just frustrating. But Jay Lethal, we need you, brother.
Thank you,
We need you.
thank you. I
All
need
this other
y'all.
black media that's out there, all of it. We need y'all
Thank you so much.
because we ain't
I,
getting it from uh
oh, you mean to tell me you're not listening to Al Sharpton? He's not giving you what you need. Al
please.
Sharpton and you mean Jesse Jackson's not gonna save the day?
He can't help himself right. So
Yeah, I feel you. Well, thank you so much, Passion, for coming in. I appreciate your continued support.
no problem. You'll always have it, brother. As long as you
Thank you.
you speak righteous and true, you'll always
Yes,
have
ma'am.
it.
Yes, ma'am. God bless. I hope you have a beautiful day. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
too. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So yeah, man. Thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for this, for allowing me to talk and sitting and listening and stuff like that. Thank you for the lady who just called in. You made me feel better. Um, and sometimes that's why I do it. Like I said, I just need to know that I'm not going crazy. Like, when I'm the only one going through it and I don't got nobody to talk to, it's like, God damn, what the fuck? And I'm looking at everybody else just smiling and going to Starbucks, and all these white people and everybody else just having the time of their life. And I'm looking around like I can't even get a goddamn chicken sandwich without somebody giving me attitude. I'm looking like, what did I do? I'm looking like, the way everybody treats us, you would think black people created the atomic bomb. You would think black people dropped a bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You would think black people were the one that created the BP oil spill in the Gulf. You would think black people are the one that created the coronavirus. The way that they treat us, you would think we just literally created the coronavirus. Like they treat us like we are the fucking Joker, like we are the Batman's enemy, like we are the super villain, like fucking just name the biggest super villain you could think of. That's how they treat us no matter where we go. Like they know we all did something bad. We are all just inherently bad. We need to be avoided. We need to be watched. That shit just gets me, bro. Isaiah said, I'm not the only one that feels like this. You know, Isaiah, what was that scripture that I don't know if it was Jeremiah or somebody said, damn, are we just a homeborn slave? Somebody, does anybody know that scripture? He's like, he's it's basically one of the prophets of God, and he's talking to God, and he's just like, damn, God, are we just gonna be slaves forever? Did somebody know that, Isaiah? You know that scripture where he's like, is Israel just a homeborn slave? Basically, this was one of God's children asking him, hey man, look, I'm tired of the slavery, and it would be a lot easier if you just told me, am I just gonna be a slave? Are all of us just gonna be slaves forever? Because if that's the case, then fuck it. Look, this is one of my last things as black people. If we're gonna be slaves forever, I'd rather die. I'm gonna just tell you straight the fuck up. If I'm gonna be a slave forever, and my children and my children's children, we're just bound to doomed to be slaves regardless, just because, and nothing that I can do or anybody else can do can raise us out of this, I'd just rather die. That's just the truth. You say you're moving to Africa. They got other problems over there, but not racism. Man, miss me with the Africa talk. Point blank, period. Miss me with the Africa talk. We're not doing the Africa talk over here. You're gonna have to explain to me SARS in Nigeria, where black police officers are beating and killing black people of Nigeria. You're gonna have to explain the word Akata to me, whereas where some African people talk about Black Americans. You're gonna have to explain to me tribalism. You're gonna have to explain to me a lot white Jesus. Like in Uganda, in the country of Uganda, which is in Africa, it's 99% black people, but they still have a white Jesus in the church. They still have a white mayor, a white governor, a white this, a white that, but 99% population. You're telling me racism isn't a thing in Africa? That's a lie. If that was the case, if Africa was so beautiful and no racism, why are there so many Africans right here where I'm at in America? Why did they come all the way over here? They got a visa, they got their fucking immunization shots. They flew 17 hours over here. A lot of African dudes be finding black American wives to marry so that they can get permanent citizenship here. Tell me why they're doing all of that if Africa's so fucking great and we just have fucking fruits and veggies falling off the trees and shit. Let's just be real. Yes, Crips and Bloods is tribalism. So that's what I'm saying. Why move to Africa if the same elements are here and there? I'd rather fuck with a Crip and Blood than a dunk dunk and a dunk dunk. I don't know what the fuck is out there. They got the African version of the Crips and Bloods, the kunk kunks and the dunk dunks. Nigga, you from kunk kunk? Nigga, I'm from dunk dunk. I'd rather at least I know the Bloods and the Crips. I know the neighborhoods to stay out of in America. You mean to tell me you want me to take 40 million black Americans who have not yet figured out themselves? You want us to get up and move all the way to Africa? Okay, well, explain to me SARS, SARS. Explain to me SARS, which was this year, black police officers stomping in the heads of black. It wasn't white cops. It wasn't white racism out there. It was black people in authority beating up the black people not in authority. That's going on in Africa right now. Oh, Jeremiah 2 and 14, I was correct. It was Jeremiah. He said, am I a homeborn slave? Am I just a slave forever? That's how I'm feeling like. Like, goddamn, I could do slavery, but at some point, slavery's got to end, doesn't it? At some point, shouldn't the slavery end? At some point, I feel like the slavery should definitely end. We've been in slavery for a very motherfucking long time. And every single time I ask my black people, you know, when are we going to get out this slavery? Oh, you know, man, the white man, and da da da. We just got to be patient and we got to forgive and da 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 da. But me, I know I'm a slave. But guess what? There's three type of slaves: the house slave, the field slave, and the runaway slave. I'm gonna say it one more time. There's three type of slaves: the house slave, the field slave, and the runaway slave. None of us are free men. Even Jay-Z, no matter who you can think of, are free men. None of us are free men. So don't even tell me what about the free slaves. There's no free slaves. I'm gonna say it again. There's the house slave, there is the field slave, and there's the runaway slave. Me myself, I'm a runaway slave. Believe me, that's probably the hardest fucking slave there is to be because you can't even chill. At least even the field slave could relax every now and then. Even the field slave knows, okay, the day of work is over, master's asleep, and at least I can sleep for a few hours before I got to do this shit again. The runaway slave like myself, he can never sleep because I'm a runaway. I can never get comfortable. I can never get complacent or feel like I'm at rest here. I'm always on the run. I'm a runaway slave. Yes, we are all slaves. If you are black and you're saying that you're not a slave, you're not a house slave, you're not a field slave, and you're not a runaway slave, you're goddamn lying. You're either lying or you do not understand the severity of our situation. You think I should catch hell with the white man until I die? You're gonna catch hell with the white man regardless of where you at, bro. You really believe is it okay? Let's just have a quick conversation because my battery's about to die. Are we really saying that we're gonna move to Africa and that's gonna be our salvation? Then explain to me why Africans are moving here. Why the fuck would an African move here and get permanent residence? Them Africans don't be they might send money back home, but they be just living out here. They get homes and live out here. They don't just come out here to get a little money and go back to Africa and build Africa back up. They create an entire family, an entire structure here. But you want my black ass to give up everything that I fought for, forfeit everything that I fought for and bled for, as my family's bled for, to allow the white man to run crazy in America, and I'm just supposed to pick my black ass up and go run to Africa. Okay, that I you can do that. How about this? You do that and then document it and show us the way. Because I'm not going to be the sacrificial lamb in that regard. King James, the King James version of that scripture that I was talking about says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? This is what I'm saying. Like, are we a servant? Are we just is is are our people made to be slaves? Because we've been slaves for a very long time. Hey, Indigenous Queen, what up? I'm not gonna. I just came to talk to have a quick little venting session with y'all real quick. My battery's low, and I need to go find my joints anyway because I think I lost my joints. So I'm about to get off in a minute. Um, but this was an unplanned live stream. I was just talking about how some ways to get over the depression that comes with the oppression. Here's the thing: we've dealt with so much. Here's my woke man's hat coming out. We've dealt with so much oppression that we are now in a depression. I'm gonna say it one more time. Black people in America have been placed under so much oppression that we are now in a state of active depression. So now the question is, how do you deal with the depression that comes with the imminent oppression that is placed on you as a black person in America? That's what we were talking about today. Don't people travel the world? Also, why is the white man in every place in the world? Because he's a fucking cancer, and the cancer spreads to every part of the body if it's not checked. I'll say it one more time. Why is the white man in every place in the world? Because he's a fucking cancer, and cancer goes to every part of the body if you do not check it or cut off the limb. Mr. Nizrebi says, that's pretty ignorant of you. You will be a victim all your life. No solutions. Okay, well, how about this, Mr. Nizrebi? Put come tell me why I I have first of all, I do have solutions. It's just that I do not have the resources or the manpower to be able to implement those solutions. I'll say it one more time. You lied. You said I have no solutions. I'm going to be a victim all my life. Who told you I have no solutions? I have over 375 videos with active, real solutions. The problem is I do not have the manpower, the cooperation from my people, or the natural resources it takes to actually implement those changes. Because let's be real, even the white man had manpower, he had resources to implement his evil agenda. So don't act like anybody could do anything without manpower, cooperation, and resources. I'll say it again. My solution is not the problem. My lack of solutions is not the issue here, sir. My lack of resources, manpower, physical cooperation is the issue. If you want to know a solution, I'll say go destroy the entire White House. That's my first solution. Okay, Mr. Nirazibi, go get me a fucking bulldozer, the manpower and the military might to be able to defend ourselves. And here's my solution. Let's go fucking just completely demolish the White House. If that, hypothetically speaking, of course, because I don't want YouTube to say I'm making threats. Let's just say my solution was we need to destroy the physical White House and everything else will crumble after that. Could you say I don't have solutions anymore? Or would you then just say my solutions are unreasonable at the moment because of my lack of resources, my lack of manpower and cooperation? So that's the thing. Again, don't come here trying to tell me what you think you know about me. You're going to be a victim all your life. No solutions. Miss me. And what's your solution? Move to Africa? Buddy, I thought you would have woke up from that in 1997 after what you Nas in the movie Belly? You ever seen Nas in the movie Belly? I'm going to Africa, man. Okay. Well, on your way there, you're going to meet the Africans coming here. Funny enough, your black ass is going to go to Africa, and halfway there, you're going to see the Africans coming here. You're both going to be on a plane, but at some point, you're going to realize you're going to Zimbabwe, and this nigga's coming to Detroit. You're like, wait, why is that man from Zimbabwe coming to Detroit? I thought I was going to be with my brothers and sisters in Africa. Come on, man. You're not talking to somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. Oh, yes, and don't forget the Chinese. We're not forgetting the Chinese completely raping the Africans and them not doing anything about it. We're not forgetting about the fact that 99% of them are black, but they still praise a white Jesus. Okay, I'll move to Africa when they stop praying a white Jesus. How about that? I will literally pack everything up and go to Africa when I see that they are not bowing to their knees and crying and gyrating. Because a lot of them Africans, you've seen the African churches, they be just disrespectful, acting like they got the Holy Ghost falling out and shit, catching the spirit and shit. But then when you look on the wall, it's white Jesus. So you tell me, am I lying or is that the truth? How about that? Let's keep it cordial. Does Africa still worship white Jesus or not? I'll ask you that. Look, Future says Africans would be fighting us if 40 million black Americans moved over there. There would be a competition for land, jobs, all of that, resources, etc. It would be a mess if 40 million of us went to their land that's already being raped by the white and the Chinese man. Come on, man. Like I said, why are these people from Nigeria and Cameroon and all these places coming here and living here and finding black American wives to get permanent residence and permanent visa? And why are these Africans coming here and wearing Make America Great Again hats and calling us a kata? Don't try to sell me that fantasy. Do not sell me that Africa fantasy. No, I'm not going. Why is it that people who never traveled outside of the United States, because I don't have to travel outside of the United States to know what's going on out here. I don't have to travel outside the United States to know that Africans are moving here and separating themselves from us and making names like Akata. How about that? Explain Akata to me, Mr. Africa. Explain the word Akata. I'm a victim all my life. I have no solutions. I've never been out of the country, so I don't know what's going on. Tell me what a kata is. Or are you just gonna say, oh, that's just a small minority? Shut up. Now you're getting on my nerves. Shut up. Just be quiet. Black America is dead in the water. Africa is dead in the water. Africa is dead in the water. I'll say it again. Africa. You see Africans here. If your theory was correct, we we wouldn't see Africans breaking their neck to come here. If your theory was correct, we wouldn't see Africans with Make America Great Again hat on. If your theory was correct, we wouldn't see African men coming here and marrying fat, miserable black American women so that they can get a visa. Oh yeah, I know all about all of that. I live in Houston, which is one of the main areas where particularly Nigerian people come. I've been told specifically by Nigerians about how they find a miserable, lonely black American wife, usually obese, just so that they can marry her so that they can have a permanent residence. Why? If there's so much racism here, Africa's the motherland, why are you taking chunks of your life, years of your life to leave that? Who would leave that for years at a time? Liberia is an example of what could happen if large numbers of black Americans move to Africa today. Liberia is a mess. Let me read these comments. Hold on. You are in denial, and that's why you're depressed. You have no way out. Okay, whatever, bro. Whatever. Tell me that in Africa. Once you get to Africa, show me the way. How about that? Show me the way. Matter of fact, hold on. This is for you, Mr. Nizirabe. This is for you. Hold on. I'm gonna show you something just for you. I'm gonna give you a perfect response, Mr. Nizirabe. Mr. Nizirabe, I hope I'm saying your name right. Is that how you say your name? Mr. Nizirabe, this is for you.
Oh, how, Sway? Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Kanye.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
I'm gonna tell you one more time, Mr. Nizirabe, you're telling me I'm in denial. You're telling me I'm a victim mentality. I'm never gonna have any solutions. I need to move to Africa. You're not talking about any of the things I talked about: Akanta, SARS, White Jesus, the Chinese. You're not talking about any of that. So let me give you something.
Oh,
how, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Right? Right? And then you said if you have no resources or manpower, then you have no solutions. That's a dumb, stupid answer. Look up the definition for solution. How about that? Can somebody put in the comment section the definition for solutions? Because I don't want to exit out my screen because it's gonna destroy the live stream. Somebody give me the definition for solutions so I can prove this man wrong because he's talking so much. He's just talking so much, Mr. Nizirabe. I bet you if I go to his channel, he don't have no Africa shit on his channel. I can guarantee if I go to Mr. Nizirabe's channel, he's not really out here showing his face like that. But he feels like he can really tell me that I'm so wrong. Okay, Mr. Nizirabe, what is the definition for a solution? Because you said, prove me wrong right here. I'm saying before I even read the definition that a solution does not mean you have to have the actual resources to be able to do that solution. A solution is simply a possible alternative to fix it. So a solution is no more than an idea. Here's the solution. So if I break my leg, the solution is to put a cast on the leg. Now, I might not have a cast. Does that mean I don't have a solution? I'm going to say it one more time. If I break my leg, the solution to be able to walk again is to wear a cast for 6 months. But what if I don't have a cast? Does that mean I don't have a solution? Or does that mean I just don't have the cast? I don't have the physical resource to be able to implement the solution. See, so now you're having a conversation about language, which is my forte. About language. Language is my forte. You're telling me that if you have no resources or manpower, then you have no solutions? Okay, well, let's put it in that context. I broke my leg yesterday. I can't walk. The doctor says the solution is I need a cast for 6 months, but I don't have the resources for a cast. So does that mean I don't have the solution? Was that what that means? Let me read these comments. Now, Mr. Nizarabe, I don't know you, so I don't know what you have on your channel or not. I'm just saying it's funny to me that I put my thing in the comments for y'all to have a chat with me, and you're just steady in the comments telling me how I'm so wrong. Let us hear you, bro. Or fuck it. I don't even want to hear you. Type in the comments what a kata is. Type in the comments what SARS is. Type in the comments why Uganda has 99% black people, but they worship a white Jesus and have a white mayor and a white governor. Talk to me about why Africans come 17 hours over here. They get their immunization shots just to live here for years and wear Make America Great Again hats while they physically distance themselves from us, and they tell their children not to marry us. Tell me that. Because you're just saying a lot of nothing right now, and I'm about to block you because you're not running the show here. Akata does not exist, but yet you know how to spell it though, right? Peep game, y'all. Listen to Mr. Nizarabe. He says Akata does not exist, but he knows how to spell it.
Yeah, man.
So the word Akata does not exist, but yet I never spelled it. I just said it, and somehow you know how to spell the word. So you must know what it is. So that means the word does exist, right?
Yeah, man.
He says Akata is a word that nobody in Africa has never heard of. You are not a serious person though.
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway. I've been doing this more than you.
I've been doing this more than you, Mr. Nizarabe. You are so out of your league, and I'm not even going to debate you. We're not going to have a debate because you showed that you do not even have context. Look, if you said not that many Africans use akata, or if you said, yeah, akata is a bad word, but we need to try to teach them better, or if you said that ignorant people use the word akata, that would be fine. But you know what you said? You know what you said? You said akata is a word that nobody in Africa uses. That's a goddamn lie. So I'm not going to have a conversation with a liar. Why would I have a conversation with a liar? Or are you saying that Black Americans created the word akata, made a definition for it, which means a feral cat which strayed away from home who no longer knows his culture? And Black Americans made that word, and we just threw it on Africans and said that y'all made that up about us. Is that what's going on? Come on. I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro. You're not genuine. Why not debate you? Because you're not being genuine. Why would I debate you if you won't even admit that akata is a word that is created by Africans to distance themselves from Black Americans? Why would I debate you? Okay, so you're saying, okay, now here it is. Exactly. This is why I won't debate you. Look, Mr. Nizarabe, this is why I won't debate you. You said, why not debate me, brother? I've never heard of it, this word akata. Okay, so this is why I won't debate you, because right now you're saying that you've never heard of the word akata. But 30 seconds ago, you said akata is a word nobody in Africa has ever heard of. And then before that, you said, let me look for it. Fuck that. Before that, you said that akata, hold on, fuck that. Akata does not exist. So you went from saying akata does not exist to saying that people in Africa don't use akata. But mind you, you know how to spell it, so you must know what it is. You must have heard of it before. And then the most recent thing you said is you've never heard of it. You've never heard of it now. You see? Why would I debate you? You have three stories. One, no, it's not even a thing. Two, okay, well, it's a thing, but man, come on, no. We're not going to debate someone who's being disingenuous. We're not going to debate. We're not going to debate. So you've never, okay, so look, y'all. Look, y'all. He's never heard of this word akata, but now he's never heard it used in the flesh. So you don't, so first it was people in Africa don't really use it. Then it was that word doesn't even exist, but I know how to spell it. Then it was I just never heard it in the flesh, but I know about it. Which one is it, sir? Why would I have a conversation with you? And at this point, I'm talking to the class. I want the class to see why I be doing the things that I do. I'm one of the only YouTubers that will allow anybody to call in at any time and debate me or say whatever they have to say. You can say whatever you want to on my channel, but one thing I will not allow is someone who I know is on some bullshit to come in my face on some bullshit. And the reason why I know you're on some bullshit is because you will not accept and admit the truth. What you should have said from the beginning was akata is a terrible word that was created from African descent. It was created to distance themselves from Black Americans. It is not okay. Not all Africans use it, but the ones that use it are ignorant and they need to be told better. That's what you should have said when I brought up the word akata. That would have given me the idea that you are a person that's reasonable and willing to admit when something is the truth. But you could not do that. So now, if I have you on a conversation, I know that I'm going to waste my voice and my energy because all you're going to do is talk about your perspective in Africa, 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 and why I'm wrong. And you're not going to admit anything I'm saying. No, sir. Goodbye. Mr. Nizrabe is a British black dude. Okay, well, again, and you say you just heard it from Yvette Carnell and all this other stuff. Okay, that's my point. You're in Britain. You're not in America. Don't tell me things about America, sir. You're over there having tea and crumpets. I'm not saying there's no racism in where you from, but nigga, you having tea and crumpets. We all know America is the epicenter of racism. So when I'm telling you how it's going in the belly of the beast, don't tell me about some Africa. How you're gonna go to Africa. And then when I talk about the real problems in Africa, now it's, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about genuinely, sir, I suggest you don't tell me that I should go there. Because I do know what I'm talking about. And I don't have to go there to know what the fuck is going on. That's like somebody outside of America seeing all the riots and shit that's going on in America. They don't have to be here to know that this shit is fucked up. Anybody looking at America from outside of America, even if they've never been here, they can safely make the argument that it's fucked up. And guess what? They would be right. That's why I'm talking about Africa. I've never been there, but I know it's fucked up. Why? Because I talk to people directly from there. They still got the thick accent. I've talked to people directly from there. They told me from their mouth. It's 99% black people living there, but they go to church and there's white Jesus right there. A man from Uganda told me that. And here you are telling me no, no, no. But you've never been to Africa. I don't get it. You heard about it from YouTube, from black influencers. Yeah, you know why you heard about Akata from black influencers? Because we exposed that word. You know why you don't so-called hear it broadcast everywhere? Because they use that word in silence like white people use the word nigger. I'll say it again. Yeah, you heard the word Akata being exposed from black Americans because we're the ones that they were talking about. So when a black American makes a video about the kata, we're exposing how wicked that word is. That's why you heard it, because we're putting that shit on blast. The Africans who use it, they use it in quiet. They tell their children, don't marry an akata. Don't be around an akata. Don't let an akata in this house. They tell them in quiet. They don't broadcast it on YouTube. That's why you're not hearing it on the speakerphone from Africans. The same way you don't hear white people calling us nigger on the speakerphone. But you know goddamn well when they get in their living room around their kids, they call us nigger. Stop playing with me. Hello, Life Leanne. You know more about black people in practice. That's fine. I don't care about black people because you can't even define blacks for me. How about that? Okay, Mr. Nizrabe, fuck that. You've got some of my time now. You've officially got some of my time. Now I've got time. I'm gonna give you what you want, Mr. Nizrabe. Come on in this chat, man. Come on. Bring your ass in here. Let's do it. Come on. Bring your ass in here, Mr. Nizrabe. I'm waiting for you. Hold on. Go on. Fill out the little 5-minute questionnaire. Put your shit in, and you don't. You have to show your face. I want to talk to you now. Where the fuck is my shit at? God damn it. How do I lose the one thing that I fucking need all the goddamn time, bro? I be losing every fucking thing that I need when I need it. Mr. Nizarabe, what up? Black Americans are literally adored by Africans. Well, I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm not saying every African doesn't fuck with us. That's not what I said. I said there's a word called a kata that is being used by Africans. You said that's a goddamn lie. You said it's a lie. You need to come and tell me how that's a lie. Or you need to say, damn, bro, I just didn't know it was being used like that. I'm sorry. That's what you need to say. You need to say, I wasn't aware. I was ignorant on what I was speaking on when I was talking to someone who knows what they're talking about. Tell me you were ignorant. Don't tell me, oh, I just didn't know. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like I was ignorant and I shouldn't have spoke out of turn. That's like somebody telling you the word nigger doesn't exist because they never heard it before, because they never heard a white person use it, so the word nigger doesn't exist. When I'm telling you very well it does. How can I form a partnership or an allegiance with you when all you do, African man, is try to distance or belittle the things that I say? You try to brush off every single claim that I'm making. And your solution is to just go to Africa. Okay, well, give me, since you have so much solutions, and you said solutions is manpower, and you don't have a solution unless you're able to do it. Since you have the solution, which means you're able to physically do it, physically get all 40 million of us away over there, and we'll go. Physically show me that you can get all 40 million Black Americans over to Zimbabwe or wherever you're talking about, and I'm going to dedicate my entire channel to getting over there using your solution. Now let's get you in. Hello, sir.
Hello, brother. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How are you?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine. Listen, thanks for inviting me onto your channel. I really appreciate it. We've got a difference.
Yes, sir.
We've got a difference here, but you know, I just have to, you know, correct you. First of all, I'm black.
Yes, sir. I see. I know that. I never denied that. I knew you were.
I got all kinds of people saying all kinds of things about me in the comments. Yeah, I am.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a Black Briton. Yeah, of African descent. Okay, I'm not in the United States. I'm not in Africa. Yeah, I'm in the UK, and I travel on a regular basis. Yeah, I travel on a regular basis between the United States, not been there for a little while, in fairness. Yeah, the Caribbean, Africa, and Europe. Yeah, and let me tell you, brother, there's a misconception. Yeah, that unfortunately, yeah, that African Americans have. And it's just a side effect of the fact that, unfortunately, I'm not blaming anybody, yeah, Black Americans don't travel outside their borders very much. They don't have the chance to, okay? So they don't get to see the rest of the world and other Black people, yeah, like I do. Yeah, or basically, you know, when I was growing up, yeah, right, all I knew about black people was Tarzan movies. Yeah, and they are basically showing you the equivalent of modern day Tarzan movies, and that's what you believe because you don't have any other exposure. I'm telling you, brother, black Americans, if you turn up now in Nigeria, if you turn up in Uganda, everyone's going to be immediately fascinated by you. People will want to know you. They'll want to be your friends. I hear what you're saying, but brother, this is just not the reality of the situation. Black Americans are adored by other black people. If you turned up, I'm in Manchester, England right now. If you turned up in Manchester, yeah, I could take you to the Jamaican joint. I could take you to the Zimbabwean joint. Everyone wants to know, who is this handsome brother? Who is this black American? Who is he? Why have you been hiding this brother from me? How long has he been here? Everyone will want to know your name, who you are, what you're doing here, and how they can connect with you. Just because of your heritage, yeah, because of Dr. Martin Luther King, because of Fannie Lou Hamer, because of Malcolm X, yeah, you have currency. You've no idea. You're saying all this stuff. But because of the great things black Americans have done, yeah, wherever you travel in the black world, all of a sudden you are respected. You might not be a respectable person, yeah, and you might be, but my point is the good works, yeah, that your people have done have traveled far and wide, and you are, until proven otherwise, you are given a great deal of credit. People see the black American struggle all over the world. Yeah, let me tell you, you might be talking about SARS and all this stuff, right? In Nigeria, they were protesting George Floyd. They were protesting George Floyd in Nigeria. So you tell me, brother, you tell me. And I will also tell you, on his Akata situation, yeah? So I learned all about all of this. I tell you the truth, yeah? I had to listen and I thought, wow, people had to use this slur against black Americans. I thought, why would anybody do that? That's an awful thing. And then I thought, how weird, yeah? I'm around, there's a big African community here in my city. Not the biggest city, but it's pretty big, right? It's a big African community. I have never heard that used live. I've never heard it. I had to learn it from Tone Talk and Yvette because I've never heard it. I asked my friends, have you heard this Akata business? I never heard it, bro.
Let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Let me just jump in. When you say that you never heard that word before, are you suggesting the idea that maybe Tone and Yvette made that up? Are you suggesting that black Americans made that up?
No. Let me tell you what I've heard, though. Can I tell you what I've heard?
Yes, sir.
About the word, yeah, right? So this word, right, I can't remember in which language it is. I think it's Ghanaian, yeah? It translates, yeah, to, yeah, wild animal. This is what I heard, yeah?
Yeah,
but now let me explain something about this word, yeah, that will set some cat amongst the pigeons, yeah, right? During the 1940s and 1950s, there was a big exchange, yeah, of black Americans and Africans, yeah? Black Americans came to Africa, yeah? You know Malcolm X came to Africa, yeah?
I do.
Kwame Nkrumah went to the United States.
I do.
Yeah, okay, right? And black Americans, right, and Africans, they learned about these people, these black people called Panthers, the Black Panthers. And when they came back to their homelands, they tried to explain to people, yeah, about this group called the Panthers, yeah? And guess what got lost in translation, yeah? That word got turned into, oh, the animals. Because there's no concept of this idea of the Black Panther Party. So when they explained the word, these Black Panthers, the direct translation in the native African language, yeah, is what? An animal. Because of course, a Black Panther is an animal. And that's how the term Akata, this is what I heard, because I never heard it in person. This is how the term Akata, yeah, got stuck, right? But when this word is re-imported into the United States, it's re-imported as animal instead of Black Panther. So can you see how the use of the English language has butchered yeah, this what actually happened. This is what I heard. And this actually is an explanation. I'm not saying it's true. I'm telling you, it's an explanation. That's possible, yeah. So why are we getting our knickers? Why are we getting our knickers in a twist over this when it could just be, yeah, black people, yeah, being lost in translation with each other?
Well, let me jump in real quick, and actually that's the first time I've heard that particular explanation. I'm not saying it's not true because it's actually very plausible. That explanation is possible and plausible. But let me just throw something at you, brother. I've done a lot of research on this word akata particularly. I have a video maybe 3 years ago called "What is Akata?" and if you actually do a perusal through my page, you'll see I have a few videos about Africa. Even before I had this very strict stance on it, I was very, very open to the idea of Africa when I first started my channel. Then that's when I learned about the word akata. Now, if you go watch that video, it's only like 5 minutes, but long story short, let me tell you what I've heard. Now, this is what I've heard from actual Africans that have been generous enough to tell me the truth. And so I put all of the information together, and the common denominator is this. Yes, a kata does mean an animal similar to that of a cat, a big cat, or a panther. Yes. However, sir, this is what I want you to know. When they use the word akata, it doesn't just mean an animal. It means akata means an animal such as a cat, a large cat, a panther type animal that has strayed away from home. Listen, that has strayed away from its home and no longer knows its custom. This was told to me by a number of actual Nigerian people. Because when you go and ask Nigerians straight to their face, hey, what is a kata? Do you think I'm a kata? What they do is this weird little. It's like they have a little inside joke that they didn't know you knew about. And believe me, I have an entire history of doing this on camera and off camera. I'll ask the African person, a random African person that I know is African, that hasn't been in America for a long time. I'll say, hey, where are you from? Particularly when he says Nigeria, I'll say, hey, what do you think of that word akata? And do you think that we're akatas? And they look with the most shocked look on their face. And then they almost have to keep a smile off of their face, almost as if they have a secret that they didn't want exposed. And I know for a fact that they know what it is. I say all that to say this. A lot of Africans that you ask what is a kata, they're going to be disingenuous when you ask them. The same way if you ask a white person, have you ever used the word nigger? No, I would never use the word nigger. Nobody in my family used the word nigger. But you know damn well they're lying. So it's the same with the Africans. They'll swear that they don't use that word or they don't even know what it is. But the ones that you actually press them and grill them long enough, or the ones that are honest enough, they'll tell you, yeah, it's this. And the ones that know exactly what it is, they'll tell you, yes, my mom told me to stay away from the akata. My aunt told me to stay away from the akata. And when you look into the etymology and the full definition of that word, the context is an animal, like a cat type animal, panther type animal, that has strayed away from its home. And because it willingly strayed away from its home, it no longer knows its culture. So when you put that into this whole equation, now you see why a lot of so-called Africans, again, I can only speak about our experiences here in America. I don't know how they act in Britain. In America, when they come here, they separate from us. And then I say, why do they do that? But then when you take in the idea that, yes, they look at us as a cat who strayed away from its home willingly and doesn't have any culture anymore, that's why they say don't mess with that akata. So yes, I'll say that what you said is true. And I'm going to let you go right now. I'll say that what you're saying is not a lie. It is true that akata does mean a cat. However, the connotation is always a cat who left its home and now no longer knows its customs, traditions, and proper manners. This is why they treat us like they do and separate us from us, because they feel like we have no manners and no culture. And this is why I said, instead of coming here and you said Africans, if I go to Africa, they'll love me and they'll be fascinated. But my question is this: why don't they show that love and fascination when they come to America? Why is it now? Let me ask you this. I'm not saying you're lying, but can you see how I might be a little hesitant to believe that Africans are going to just adore me and worship and love me and revere me if I go way out there? But the ones that are here in my land. Because think about it. When would you have more of a reason to respect someone? I'm gonna let you go right now. I promise. I promise. I'm not just talking. When would you? When would you personally feel like you have to respect someone? When you're in their house or when you're in your house? In other words, if I have someone in my house, I can say whatever the fuck I want. The only time I might have a reason to be kind to someone is when I'm in their house. So let's look how Africans treat Americans when they're in our house. When they are in our house, they shit on us. They separate from us. They wear "Make America Great Again" hats. So therefore, how can I believe that when I go to their house that I'm going to be treated better than when they're in my house? And I'm going to let you to go now, sir.
Okay, first, again, Jay Lethal, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the time. I honestly, it's an honor for me to share this channel with you in the conversation. So
yes, sir.
You.
Likewise.
Thank you. Yeah.
Likewise.
So first of all, brother, let me just say, that Africa is a really, really big place. Yeah, just like last time I was in the United States, I was I went to Louisville. I flew from Manchester to Louisville for Muhammad Ali's funeral.
Wow.
Man was a king, no? Yeah.
Right.
And I ain't gonna miss the burial of a king. Yeah. I don't see him, that guy's a black American. I don't see none of that. I see him as he's a black king. Okay? So I went there, and let me tell you, me with my English accent. When I landed there, black Americans, the way they spoke to me so humbly, they were humbled that I made it. They were surprised. And I thought, why are you surprised? It's the minimum I could do. It's the minimum thing I could do. Okay? So the way black Americans treated me, you treated me royally. Yes, you did. But I will also say this, brother. How many people can actually afford, let's say from your country, from the United States, how many people can afford to get on an airplane and fly, let's say, to Buckingham Palace? Very
Not a
few
lot.
people. Right, it's expensive. So what does that mean? It means basically only the rich get to travel. Okay, right. So let's flip this around. Knowing that, the average, let's talk about Nigeria. This is what I've got experience of. The average Nigerian hasn't got a lot of money at all. There's a lot of poverty in Nigeria, a lot of wealth too. But let's stick to that, right? So what does that mean? It means only a very, very small percentage of the richest people, the rich Nigerians, who are basically going there, to go to college, are traveling to the United States. Okay. These are the elites. These are the children, of people who are abusing their power. They are the children of politicians. And the children of politicians anywhere are corrupt. But you are taking the children, of corrupt elites to be the average face of Africa. And brother, this is incorrect. It's like seeing a rich Japanese tourist, in your home state and thinking, well, that's how they all behave. Brother, it's not. It's not like that at all. So I can only, I can't apologize for something I've not done. But if that's your experience, I believe you. I totally believe you. And I will say that you're not wrong. But I will also say, you can't, take the experience of rich, corrupt, the worst kind of African, the top 1% of the 1% who can actually afford to come, into the United States, the children of the elite, the children of people who are ripping off natural resources, you can't take those as the sound and the heartbeat of the common African. I've been amongst the common African, brother, in Africa, in the United States, in the Caribbean, in London, and I will tell you, when I take you around my community, you're going to walk like a prince. You are going to walk like a prince in my community, brother. I will tell you that doors will open for you. You won't have to buy a meal. That's what I'm telling you.
Isaiah Herald of TMX, the Most High says he likes your passion for our people as a whole. He subbed to your channel. So I don't think anything you said was wrong per se, and I didn't when I was going in on you earlier before you called, it wasn't like I definitely knew you weren't white. I knew you were black, but it's kind of a trigger for me. The whole the Africa and America thing is a trigger for me because okay, let me throw something at you. Nigeria. Let's keep it in Nigeria. A person from Nigeria, when you ask him, he's gonna say he's what? Nigerian. A Nigerian man has his last name. A Nigerian man has his land. A Nigerian man has his flag. A Nigerian man still has a culture of food. I don't know if you've ever been to Nigerian weddings. My cousin married a Nigerian woman. The Nigerians have a special kind of wedding. They have a certain kind of, they bring gifts at the wedding, not just regular gifts, but for instance, in Nigerian weddings, they have the like five of the main family members of the woman sit right across from five of the main family members of the groom. They sit right across. They bring each other meats. They bring each other gifts and offerings. They're wearing certain, I know you've seen Africans get married before. They have certain ceremonial garbs. You see Africans walking around here. They have their traditional garbs. The man matches the woman. They have their kufi. They have their land. They have their jollof rice. They have every single thing still intact. Now, I'm not saying that to shame them or to say that that's wrong, because that's something that actually Black Americans, we need. But what I'm saying is this: we in America are out here without any of that. We don't have our last names. We don't have they call us African American. Two different places. Remember, a Nigerian man is simply Nigerian. He can live in America, he can live in Switzerland, he can be whatever, but when the shit pops off, worst case scenario, he can go back to his homeland of Nigeria that he's known, his family known, there's been no disruption, he still has his last name. Now, my black ass, when the shit pops off, just like you said earlier, only a very small percentage of Black people have the means to be able to travel abroad. So, when shit pops off in America, for the average Black American, we cannot run to Africa, but yet we're being called African American. And so it's almost a slap in the face, because it's like you're throwing us between two places, none of which looks like really, really, really accepts us. Then I've heard things about Ghana. Yes, Ghana is allowing African Americans to have citizenship if you do this A, B, and C. I've heard about Liberia if you do A, B, and C. But what I'm saying is, like you said, Africa is a very large place, 54 countries to be exact. So out of 54 countries, you're telling me that only Liberia and Ghana are the only ones that are making a vocal fucking declaration that they want to reach out the olive branch to us? Now, again, I shouldn't have to search which country is reaching out an olive branch to us. These countries, even though they might be poverty filled, at the very least, they still have community. The communities of these countries, not just Ghana, not just Liberia. Because if there's 54 countries, that's only 2 of 54. That's not even fucking 1%. That's not even the 1%. That's not even 10%, I mean. So if not even 10% of the countries in Africa are making a physical, verbal declaration that they want to extend an olive branch to us, and like I said, they still have their culture intact, from their marital structures, their traditions, their last names, all this type of shit. Not shit, but stuff. Why is it that the onus is on me as a Black American to pick up everything I have, again, when we already know that only a very small percentage of us have the means to pick up everything we have and move halfway across the world? Why is the onus on me, the man with no last name, the man with no land, the man that has nothing? Why is the onus on me to get up and move to a whole nother place? And again, my last question before I throw it to you is, you admitted that only a small percentage of people have the means to travel. So why is it a common suggestion to tell Black Americans to move to Africa? You can't on one sentence. I'm gonna let you go right now. You can't on one sentence say, "I know that y'all can't travel," but then tell us to travel. It just doesn't make sense. So I know I mentioned a bunch of different points. So I'm sorry for doing that, but you can feel free to respond to what you feel like.
Okay, brother. So first of all, I don't speak for African governments. Yeah.
Okay.
I speak for myself. Yeah.
Okay.
And you speak for yourself. Yeah. And Donald Trump does not speak for you. Yeah.
Right.
I can't look at Donald Trump and go, well, he's the American president. Yeah. And you're an American. So whatever Donald Trump says, yeah, that's what you believe. Yeah.
Right.
I don't believe in a bunch of stuff. Yeah. The African leadership is doing. Yeah. And I will also tell you, yeah, that the people on the ground, Africans on the ground, don't believe in a bunch of stuff, yeah, that African governments are doing any more than a bunch of people on the ground in your country believe what Donald Trump is doing. Yeah. I think everyone knows Donald Trump has got a screw loose.
Yeah.
I don't represent you. So why is it you're looking, yeah, at corrupt colonial regimes in Africa? I think they represent the minds and the voices of the people. Of course not. They don't represent the heart and soul of the people at all. Yeah. What I will say, yeah, when you talk about lack of access to resources, yeah, I feel you. I really do. I do. Yeah. And all I can say is I do not speak, yeah, for African governments. I don't. Yeah. I wish more people would reach out to African Americans. Yeah. I will also say to you, yeah, that your idea that when shit hits the fan, everyone can fly back to Nigeria is true only to a level. Yeah. Because let me tell you, people do not consider themselves Nigerians in that way. It's not like that at all, brother. Yeah. What you have to understand, let me talk about just very briefly, for instance, about my heritage. Yeah. So my heritage is Igbo. That is the southeast. Yeah. A lot of low country, yeah, black Americans, yeah, are my people. Yeah. The Carolinas, Georgia, yeah? Igbo landing. You've heard about that, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Denmark Vesey, yeah. All those people, they're Igbos. They're my people. That's my line. Okay, right. So what I'm saying is, until 100 years ago, my people, the Igbos, they fought the British tooth and nail. Yeah, they were Igbos. They were not Nigerians. Yeah, and the British Igbo wars went on until the 1920s. Yeah, it's a long time ago, but almost in living memory. Almost in living memory. Yeah, we're not Nigerians. This is a British institution. This is a white man's country. We are our people. We are Igbos. We are Biafrans. Okay? Yeah. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah. When shit hits the fan, yeah, you can pick up your passport and say, yeah, I'm Nigerian. But in many ways, the country exists only on paper. Is there a very strong sense of national identity? No. Yeah. Because we have.
In that case,
so what I'm saying to you, brother, right, is I hear what you're saying, but it's more complicated than that. And then the next thing, yeah, about where you're supposed to go. I can't speak for brother. I can't speak for anyone. What I will say is, yeah, I don't know you, yeah, but I will help you. I will help you. I can't speak for government, yeah. I will help you, yeah. Come to Africa. I will help you. I am going when this pandemic is over. I am going, yeah. And you could be my guest. You could come to Africa, and you will see for yourself. So how about that? How about that? How about that?
That's some real stuff.
If I invite you, wait a second. If I invite you, are you coming? You're gonna have room and board. I'm gonna invite you, and let's see who's talking and who's real. What you saying?
Now listen. That is very honorable. That is very honorable, and I'll definitely consider, highly consider that. You know, I have a lot of business out here to take care of, but whenever we'll talk about that. But let me ask you something real quick. This came to my mind when you were bringing this up. Two things real quick, and I'm gonna throw it right back to you, because I know you weren't done yet. But one, you said that the things that the Nigerian would have were just on paper. That argument can be made about any other person in the world that has a nationality. the Asian man can technically just have what he has on paper. The things that I mentioned were far more than just a paper. The last name of a man. Do you know that the last name of a man? Do you know that I'm sure you know this. I'm just saying this for the average listener. Are we aware that the first and last name of a man originally were meant to mean something, especially like when you look in the Bible or when you talk to Africans, they say, my name is Mubutu, which means strength from God. My name is Uzanga, which means God poured down rain. In other words, these names of these people that have been untouched, that they still proudly carry a certain spiritual connotation, a certain tradition that binds them to their ancestors. So that's just one thing. That is not paper. The last name of the common African has not been changed. I'm not speaking about the politicians. I'm not speaking about the sons of politicians. I'm talking about the average Nigerian has his last name. He has the cloth that he's been wearing, that they've been wearing. They know they like you said, Igbo and this, they know their flag, all of these type of things. While you're claiming they're simply just a piece of paper, I'm telling you that these are the things that are keeping Black Americans from being on par with the rest of them, with the rest of the world as far as the race. But one last thing before I throw it to you, and I really want you to forget everything I just said about that. This is what I want you to respond to. Are you aware of the movie Black Panther?
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay. Are you aware that when the movie Black Panther came out, Black Americans showed up to the movie wearing traditional African attire, kufis and dashikis? Are you aware of that?
I wasn't aware of it, no. I know the film came out in 95. I remember I went to see it.
No, the new Black, the
Okay, so there's two Black Panther movies, right?
Right. I should have clarified.
Mario Van Peebles in 1995, then the one that came out 2 years ago, the universe, right? MCU. Okay.
Yeah. What I meant was I should have clarified, because you're right. The real Black Panther movie is the only one that should be called Black Panther. But yes, they made another Black Panther movie with Marvel a few years ago. Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman. So anyway, Black Americans in droves showed up to the movie premiere of Black Panther, which was a movie about Africa. Yeah. Okay, and the connection. Now, I don't know if you know anything about that movie Black Panther, but they had a Black American who was Killmonger, who was labeled as the villain, and then they had the actual African from Africa named Black Panther or T'Challa, who was Chadwick Boseman, who was the hero. So the movie, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. So the two men, the movie was about speaking of which, the movie, now that we mention it, was about the disconnection between Black Americans in Africa. I'll say it one more time. The movie Black Panther in the Marvel movie cinematic universe was about the disconnection and the separation of the Black American who was Killmonger and the African who was T'Challa. Now, I can do a whole video on that breakdown, but the reason why I mentioned that is this. Black Americans saw that movie about Africa, and we were so proud about the idea of Wakanda that we went and got kufis and we went and got dashikis, right? You know what a kufi is. I'm sure you know what a kufi is.
Yeah, the hat and the clothing.
Yeah. So Black people in America saw that movie, and we came out looking like this. We went to the movie theater looking like that with the kufi on, and guess what? Real Africans, not the children of politicians, real Africans were all on social media. Guess what they were saying? We don't want you Akatas trying to appropriate our culture. Now wait. I'm almost done. Real Africans, not the politicians, not the sons of politicians, real everyday Twitter users with the last name Umbaze and Umbutu. These Africans said from their mouth, they were 20 years old, 21, 25, 30, average people who are on Twitter, who are on Instagram, who are on Facebook, who are on Snapchat, they made it known that they did not want Black Americans appropriating African culture. Now, wait, before I continue and before I let you go, let's sidestep to Beyonce's album. Do you know Beyonce's most recent album was called Black is King? Did you know that? Beyonce's most recent album was called Black is King. And Beyonce's recent album, she has a video for every single song. So when Beyonce makes an album, she does this big presentation. She shoots a lot of videos to have a visual for every song. So this album called Black is King from Beyonce that just came out last year, guess what the general consensus was from actual real life Africans on social media? They said, we don't want Beyonce appropriating our African culture. Because when you look at, you can go Google I'm going to let you go right now. When you Google the images and the videos for Beyonce's Black is King album, she tried her best to embrace the traditional African style, the traditional African garbs and ornaments. She tried her best to emulate that because she's a Black American. She might not know everything because, again, she's an Akata who strayed from home and doesn't know her language and doesn't know her culture. But she tried her best to put on for Africa. And what did average Africans say? They said, we don't want Beyonce wearing our shit. She doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't. Okay, now go ahead. Now, I want you to respond to Black Panther and Beyonce's Black is King album before you respond to anything else, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, right. So first of all, so Black Panther and Black is King. Okay, so what I'm going to say to respond to is, I'm going to touch on a couple of the same points. So I want you to bear with me here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not denying, your experience. Yeah. I read about some of those things as well. I read about some of those things. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the first thing is, brother, let me just say this. Yeah. Right. Do you know how big? Yeah, Beyonce's Nigerian fan base is. Do you know how big it is?
I'm sure she has a pretty big Nigerian fan base.
She has a absolutely massive Nigerian fan base.
She had actual African artists on that album.
There's probably more Beyonce fans in Nigeria, one country, than there are African Americans. Okay, so That is the total, that's the total size of her fan base. Okay, right? So
should we look away from every instance? Let me ask you real quick before you continue. Should we look away from, because so far it seems as though you're asking me to look away from the obvious instances of separation that are occurring. And I'm not saying whatever you're saying is not true, because again, I've never made a totality. I never said Africans in totality, but my whole point was we need to address the demographic, because the same thing could be made about white people. All white people aren't treating us like this. Okay. So why are you constantly? Why are you only spending? Oh, hold on, real quick. Why are you only spending a moment speaking about the things that I'm talking about, but then you spend the majority talking about the ones the invisible ones, the ones that I haven't seen? In other words, why aren't you taking more time to focus on the thing that is real? Like you said, you saw it on social media. It wasn't a minority. So
let me get to that, please, brother. Please.
Yes, sir. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
So first of all, obviously, when we're in a black house, let's keep all of the white people out of it. I never make a comparison to them. Let's just leave them outside. Okay.
I got you.
Okay, right. So I hear what you're saying, But the reason I wanted to talk about the size of Beyonce's fan base, was because I would like you to try and consider, the scale of the disapproval versus the scale of the approval. What I'm trying to say to you is, I saw some of those tweets as well. About what you're doing, appropriating our culture. I have to tell you, I laughed. I laughed because I thought, are you an idiot? How can a black man appropriate his own culture?
Right.
Right. So I put it this way, right? If my brother is in my house, and I put on his sneakers and I go for a walk, and I return, is that the same thing? As a stranger opening the door, putting on my sneakers, and then going for a walk.
No.
The stranger is theft. The brother is, well, he's my brother. Maybe he should have asked me, but guess what? It's no big deal. He's borrowing my sneakers. We live in the same house. So this idea, when I heard these Africans talking about how their culture was being appropriated, I thought, man, I IQ issues. You have IQ issues. How can black people steal coins from one another when they are part of the same family tree? Yeah. So some people did say it. Yeah. But I will also say those people are ignorant of culture in general. Yeah. And ignorant of black people as well, even though they have black skin. Yeah. So what I'm saying to you, brother, yeah, is you're taking this too personally. You think because somebody's called Umzukwe and Mobutu, this person, yeah, their opinion on black affairs, on African affairs, is worth more than yours. Just because you don't have the African last name. Now let me tell you about the African last name. Yeah, it's not your fault you don't have it. It was taken from you against your will. Yeah. So, wait a second. I've got my African last name, but I tell you the truth. Yeah. Am I more African than you are? Is that heritage? Wait a second. Is that heritage? Yeah. That long ass heritage. Yeah. Who's to say really and truly that I have more ownership of it than you? Who? Why? Why is that the case? I don't believe that for a second. Yeah. Now it's totally up to you to accept it or to reject it. Yeah. But I'm telling you, yeah. Remember, brother, I'm not an African American. Yeah. I'm not an African. Yeah. I'm in Britain, mate. Yeah. I'm a person of African heritage. Yeah.
So what do you call yourself? What do you call? Do you call yourself a British African? Well, because I call myself an African American. Do you call yourself a African English, or what do you call yourself? What is the equivalent of an African American in Britain? Like, what is your title, or what title do they give you?
There's no equivalent. There's no equivalent because black people are not respected here at all. Even though our fight has been tremendous, we're not respected here at all. There's no such thing as a black British heritage, yeah, as such, because it's not respected. There are no institutions for black Britons. If you want a heritage, you have to have institutions that represent and keep the history. Yeah, every fight black Britons have. The next generation, they have to rediscover it all over again because the artifacts are destroyed, the documents are destroyed, records aren't kept. Okay, so there's no such thing as a black Briton as such. Yeah, I will call myself British for convenience sake. If I'm abroad and I've got some issues, I'll grab my passport. Yeah, here it is. Here's my passport. I'm British. Fuck off, or I'll call the embassy. Okay, right? For convenience, I'm British when I'm abroad. Okay, but in practice, yeah, I'm black. I consider myself a black person, like you're black. Yeah, you know, I consider myself a black person. Yeah, but culturally, I consider myself a person of African descent. But what that means to me, yeah, is the jazz improvisation of Charlie Parker, yeah, the political fight of Bobby Seale and Dr. King, yeah, that is my fight. Yeah, when one of the Panthers who was jailed and was just released in 2016, yeah, one of the Angola 3, yeah, jailed in your one of your America's disgusting prisons, the Angola 3, yeah, was released in 2015 or 16, yeah. He came was an international tour, yeah, came to the UK. I went to honor him. This is not, oh, an African American has come over. His fight is my fight. That's how I see it. Yeah. And I wish he could have gone on tour in Ghana and Nigeria. He would have been received as royalty. Yeah. So I'm telling you, yeah, when you say these things, brother, yeah, what you're doing, we have this expression in the UK to cut off your nose to spite your face. I don't know if you have that expression.
Yeah, we have that here.
Brother, let me tell you, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Yeah, I'm telling you, there are punks and fools and low IQ individuals with big megaphones on Twitter talking all kinds of mess. Yeah, and you're taking that to heart when you should be laughing at those idiots, those punks. They've got no intelligence. They have IQ issues. Yeah, I'm telling you, brother. Yeah, you have a solution. You mentioned you have the solution. but you don't have the resources. Yeah. So you have one half of the equation here and the other half of the equation here. Yeah. And they're refusing to talk to each other because in Africa they've got the resources but not the solution, and you've got the solution but no resources. Yeah. And yet you were talking about how you're flying to Africa and the Africans flying to America, but you don't meet each other. So the answer, you must meet one another. You can square that circle. You will have a solution with resources. And the Africans will have the firepower, intellectual IQ. Yeah? You can eject the Chinese, eject the foreigners, eject the looters. Yeah? You'll have resources. You have political influence. You'll have political capital. Imagine, brother, it breaks my heart to hear you talk about how you're a depressed black person. Yeah? And you've got all of these answers, but you don't have the army. I'm telling you, brother, you can find the army. And I'm inviting you to Africa, and we can make that happen for you. What are you saying?
That's deep, that man. Look, man, I can't. I like I said, this is why people at home. This is why I always let people talk. Come to my channel, and if they want to have a conversation, we can have it because real things can be brought out. You know, never when I make my channel do I say I have all the answers. I do say I do have some solutions that I believe if they could be implemented, they could work. But I never, and one thing I've also never done is said all of anything. I never say all of anything. So I want to let that be known. One thing I want to do throw at you, because a lot of what you said is true, and I don't want to take anything from that. I want to put a period on your sentence because I don't want to detract from that. Let me just take a sidestep and let me throw this at you. Clearly, you're aware that. Now, this is I really want you to take in this information and really think about it. You are aware that in the landmass that's called Asia, there's also India, right? So for instance, a person with a red dot on his head, the Pakistani person could say, well, technically a person from Pakistan is Asian, right?
Yeah, technically, yeah. So
why aren't the Asians and the Indians looking at each other like they're both Asian, like they're both from Asia? Why don't the Indians and the Asians, or let's just that's maybe too much of a stretch.
No. Please continue with that. Please.
Right. And on the same token, if we make it a little bit more plain, let's just take it into Asian culture, just the Asian that we attribute to Asian. Forget the Indians, because I think that's too much of a stretch. The fact that India, the country India, is in Asia. So technically, the people who are Indian are Asian, but we don't see Indian and Asians calling themselves the same people. That's one note that you can talk about. But I also want you to respond to this. Did you know that even people in North Korea don't like people in South Korea? If you call a Chinese person Japanese, they will fucking fight you. If you call a Japanese person Cambodian, they will fight you. If you call a Vietnamese person Korean, they will fight you. Why? Because they understand the importance of their particular set of people. And now I'm not trying to be separatist. I'm trying to show how, and this is not a, and again, I know you said we're talking about just a black conversation, but quickly, if I may introduce other cultures into the conversation, other cultures also understand the importance of clicking with like minds. And just because you're from a landmass doesn't mean that you have the same, that you're the same. So I'm going to throw it to you right now. But for one, maybe you can talk about how Indians and Japanese people are both Asian, but they don't congregate. And then even particularly, can you speak about the fact that you can't call a Japanese person Chinese? But you're also you're insinuating or suggesting that black people do just that. Black people do that. You expect black people, just because we have this color skin, to say, okay, well, we all at some point in time came from the motherland, so that's what we should link up on. Are you denying the fact that Indians and Asians don't get along or don't congregate? Are you denying the fact that you can't call a Chinese man a Japanese man? And I hope that you know why I brought other nations into the conversation.
I do. Yeah. I'll answer that, if I may, by way of an example. yeah. My mother, yeah. So my mother is Igbo, yeah. You know, she even has those beautiful kind of like ritual scarifications, yeah. Okay. She came over to the UK when she was 19. Okay, but she grew up, yeah, as an Igbo woman with Igbo language, heritage, and culture. Yeah, her best friend, yeah, is from Trinidad. Okay, right, and she has lots of Jamaican friends. Okay, now some of her Jamaican friends, yeah, were deep in conversation, yeah, with that heavy patois, yeah, and I was lost because you know the accent's so strong. Okay? And I saw my mum nodded. And I said, well, why are you nodding? Yeah. She said, I understand some of it. What do you mean? You ain't never been to Jamaica. What do you mean you understand some of it? How the hell you understand some of it? She said, some of the words are Igbo. I couldn't believe it. I said, are you for real? Are you serious? She said, yeah, I understand some of the words. Yeah. So now you tell me, brother, you make this example between the Chinese and the Japanese. I don't know about their cultural connection. I think it's quite distinct in terms of the separation. There's quite a lot separating those cultures. Okay, all right. What I'm saying to you, brother, is from that example alone, yeah, I can tell you that the connection between at least Igbos in West Africa, Nigeria, and Jamaicans is real. It's there. Yeah. I will also tell you, yeah, every time, yeah, I see a video and I see a brother in a rap video take a beer and pour it on the curb for his dead homie,
That's libation.
Having never traveled outside of LA, yeah, that is, honest to God, yeah, an African ritual. I've seen it myself. Yeah, they take the alcohol and they pour it for our ancestors. Yeah, and here Black Americans doing the same thing. Now you tell me, brother, what am I to make of that?
I know that's deep. It's called libations. I do know that when they give food and drink for the loved ones, it's called libations. So I mean, I agree with that. You know, and I do agree that there's many commonalities. I guess I'm more so asking for moving forward, because it's like, it's not that what you said is false, but again, why? Let me ask you this: why is the onus on Black Americans, and why? Now, again, maybe I could be wrong because I'm only speaking from my perspective, but I almost feel like, and again, this is completely not founded by truth because this is just my feeling. I almost feel like Black Americans are the ones getting the majority of the, hey, make things right talk. Go to Africa, you know, fix the connection. I just now, and if I'm wrong, God forgive me, but I genuinely do not feel like the average African is getting this talk about fix the connection with Black Americans. Go try to connect with Black. I just feel like it's only, I don't see Africans coming here with America tattoos, or I just see Blacks getting African tattoos. I just see Blacks in America being told to get up and move, being told to learn a new language, being told to do this and that. I just don't, and again, I'm only saying this to say I can't see it because I'm not African, but I just really hope, let's just say that, I genuinely hope that the average Joe African person living in Africa is also being told by other Africans and men such as yourself outside of Africa. I hope that they're being told with as much fervor that they need to help fix the connection. They need to meet us halfway. Because, okay, let's just say I'm willing today to meet Africans halfway. That's only halfway there. That means, by definition, if I meet you halfway, by definition, you have to do the other half so we can meet. So if I meet you halfway, but you're still standing here, you have to come here so we can connect. So all I'm saying is, I think one of the biggest things for me personally, I can only speak for myself at this moment. I feel like for me, the thing that frustrates me, the thing that even made me go on the rant that I went on for this Africa portion was the idea. Again, it's just my thought. I don't know this to be fact, but it feels like it looks to be that Black Americans are being the only one that's told to fix this relationship. Now, I know about Patrice Lumumba and all these other people in singular. I'm saying, where is the African community that is trying to fix things with us? The community, meaning co meaning multiple. Where is the communities of Africans trying to make things right with us? Because I can show you communities in America, whole communities that are actively using their voice and using their resources and using their bodies to try to rectify the separation between us. But I feel like, and I'm gonna let you go right now. One of my last thoughts is this: the thing that triggers me. I'm gonna just put it plain English. The thing that triggers me is feeling like people telling me, as a Black American who never had shit but a dream. I never even had $1 in a dream. We just had a dream. People are coming here telling us we need to get up and go halfway across the world as if we haven't done enough already. I just want to know. And remember, all I can do is go on social media. I can't. I mean, yeah, I can go to Africa. Technically, I'll give you that. But let's just be real. Social media is, as much as many people like to discount what people say on social media, like they're just trolling. I've been on YouTube for a while, and I can tell you that a lot of things that people say on social media is how they really feel. Believe it or not, the narrative is that it's just a bunch of bullshit that people would never say in real life on social media. But believe it or not, social media has become the last place for people to use free speech. We can't use it at school anymore. We can't use it in public. We can't use it in the politician's office. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram has become, yeah, there's trolls on there. There's people who just say stuff just to get a reaction. But a lot of people on YouTube and the like are saying their real honest feelings. So here I am with nothing as a Black American. Never had shit. Don't got my last name. Don't got my culture. Don't have a flag. Don't know where I'm from. Don't know anything. Don't know anything. And when I do see Black Americans still in the midst of that, getting Africa tattoos, wearing kufis, wearing dashikis, talking about Wakanda forever. I see us doing that. However, all I'm saying is I do not physically see the uprising of Africans who, now mind you, somebody said it earlier. You said it earlier that they had a march or a protest for George Floyd. But yeah. Somebody else said this. Hold on, let me look up real quick. Hold on, just give me one moment. There's a lot of comments. Please give me 1 second. I hope I can pull it up. No, I think too many people have been commenting. One of the comments a while ago when you said that they had a protest for George Floyd in Nigeria. Somebody said they also had a celebration for Donald Trump in Nigeria, and that's true. And I saw it. So again, I think the most progressive thing we can do is have a balanced conversation. And I'm not saying that you haven't been balanced, because you've been very fair, sir. But all I'm saying is, in the beginning of the conversation, it seemed that you were being disingenuous because you started off saying this word doesn't exist. Then you said you never heard the word in person. Then you said you don't think Africans use it. Then you said only ignorant people use it. So it seemed like you were being disingenuous about my experiences of oppression from African people, while simultaneously telling me to tell my people to pick up and go over there. That's what triggers me. The idea that, well, let's look over all the instances of Akata and telling us you don't want us to wear dashikis and talking shit about Beyonce. Let's look over all of that just to move to Africa. And that's what triggers me, because I'm like, wait. What are they? Don't mention Patrice Lumumba to me. He was alive when Malcolm X was alive. I need to know the African activists today. Because if you want to be honest, and people might say I'm tooting my own horn, I'm cocky, whatever, I call myself an activist. I call myself an activist. So What I want to see is the actual African activists who are telling their parents, their grandparents, their politicians that we need to connect with Black Americans. And again, I'm not saying it's not happening because I do know about the Ghana citizenship. Although yes, there are contingencies. There are contingencies. I want to, not you, but I want to let everybody at home know before you talk to me about moving to Ghana because they have Black Americans that can move there. I looked into it. There are contingencies and rules that you have to follow and uphold. Not just don't kill anybody. You have to have a certain amount of land. You have to open this certain business, da 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 da, in order to be a citizen over there. I want to know what country out of the 54 countries in Africa is going to say, hey, we know what happened to y'all. You are my brothers and sisters. Come over here for free and we will share our resources and everything with you. I want to see. And one last thing, I'm going to let you go right now. You cannot tell me I have to go to Africa to see this. Guess what? Maybe in 1992, I had to go to Africa to see it. In 2021, we have a thing called YouTube because you're talking to me from halfway across the world. If these videos and if these African activists were actually really trying to collaborate with us, we would see it. You would be like, stop right there. I'm going to send you 30 videos from 30 different Africans who are going out of their way to rile their communities together to get Black Americans to come back home. I'm going to let you go right now, but I just don't know that you can produce that evidence. Can you, sir?
Brother, okay, so I'm going to answer that directly, yeah? And this might be a little bit difficult to hear, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And it's unfortunate, but I can speak with some authority, yeah? I can speak with some authority because I'm a computer scientist and programmer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah? That's what I do.
Hey, Chocolate Melanin, I'm listening.
Yeah? What I'm telling you, brother, is that it's not true that you're going to see all of this stuff because of YouTube. It's not true at all. Yeah. And let me explain why it's not true. Yeah. We don't have a one-to-one connection. This is not what's happening. Yeah. Here's what's happening. Yeah. I followed you. I found you. I can't remember why I found you. I might have been searching for something. In between me and you, yeah, are lines of mathematics, yeah, and computer code. Yeah, in that computer code is an algorithm, yeah, written by Google,
yes,
written by this devil, yeah,
yes,
and they determine what goes into your feed. They determine that, yeah, okay. Now, yeah. If we decide, you and I, we're like, oh, well, this, right? We're going to solve all of this, yeah. We're going to write, yeah, an African first web application, an African first communication tool like YouTube, but designed for our communication that's going to prioritize and surface, yeah, African activism, Black activism, yeah, right, without being censored, without being banned, yeah. So many great Black YouTubers got kicked off of YouTube. They got nowhere to go. You know it, I know it. Yeah, you know you hold your tongue. You know you can't say what you want to say. You know it.
right.
Yeah. So we are heavily censored and mediated. Yeah. Just like we are out in the world. Just like we are out there, where it's the police mediating us, the police censoring us. Yeah. We have the same thing here in this digital world. Yeah. Why? Why do we have this? Because we don't own the platforms, brother. We don't own and control the resources, brother. We don't. But I'm talking about technological resources, digital resources. Yeah. You know, there's so many amazing Black creators. Yeah. It's like I want to tear my hair out. I'm like, look, why don't we, yeah, as Black creators, yeah, own and control our digital infrastructure? Yeah. And let me ask you a question, brother. Why didn't TikTok come out of Black America? Black America's creating all the memes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? So what I'm saying is billion, multi-billion dollar industries are waiting to be born, yeah, from Black American creativity. And I recognize that, right? So that's the first point, yeah? That's why you're not seeing it. Yeah? You have to understand. You can't see it because they're censoring you. Okay? The second thing is, brother, yeah, So first of all, there's 54 African countries, yeah? Before colonialism, there weren't 54 African countries. You have to understand, yeah, that most of these are colonial states, yeah? Most of it is the hangover, yeah, from foreign occupation. I don't respect 54 African countries. I barely respect Nigeria. I can barely say it. The word barely comes out of my mouth. Nigeria, knowing it was created by my enemy. We fought until 1920, tooth and nail. Okay? I don't respect colonial states. I don't respect colonial boundaries. Yeah? For me, yeah, we should be one Africa under a federated state. Yeah? A huge democracy, one president. Yeah? We should be a global African superpower. Yeah? That's the first thing. The second thing is, or third thing, I think, yeah, listen, yeah, more people should be reaching out to Black Americans. And if it were to me, yeah, I'm going to go get my Nigerian citizenship. I'm a British citizen, yeah, I have access to dual citizenship, unlike you, unfortunately, right? But that's going to give me scope to do a lot of things out there, right? I'm going to do really well, right? I'm going to get resources, yeah, and I'm going to gain political power, yeah. One of the third things I would do, yeah, that will put the cat amongst the pigeons. Let me tell you what I would do, brother. I would offer African Americans instant dual African citizenship. That's what I would do. I would give you that passport. No questions asked. I would give you that passport. They give you hell in America. Fuck that. You come over here. Yeah, we would accept you. Yeah, as refugees, because that's what you basically are. You got nowhere to run. You got nowhere to go. Yeah, so I would give you that status. What you were asking for is not unreasonable at all. It's not unreasonable, and it kills me to hear you talk about how you don't have your resources, you don't have your name, you don't have your culture. Yeah, me, I would change that with a stroke of my pen. I would change that instantly. Now, what do Africans gain by that? Let's talk about hard politics. Yeah? Africans gain, listen, African America powers America. African America built America. Yeah? The brain trust of your nation is in Black America. Even though you are abused and exploited. Yeah? Any African nation that would give you instant dual citizenship would inherit all the IQs. Do people think lazy people want to emigrate? It's only hardworking, intelligent people that are willing to uproot their lives. Yeah? So all the smart people would come over. Now, it doesn't solve the whole problem for Black America because the median, yeah, African American income is about $5. I understand that. Now, African American wealth is trending down, right? And the prison industrial complex is going up, yeah? Because what they're trying to do, this is what I think they're trying to do, yeah? The point at which the average African American life is worth less than zero, yeah? You're going to be worth more dead than alive. You're going to be worth more in prison than you are walking the streets. That's what they're doing to you. Yeah? So I'm not joking when I talk about the resources are in Africa, but Africa needs, yeah, African American intellect, invention, creativity, verve, drive. Yeah? Once you come over and you settle in and you get your ass to work, because what else are you going to do in Africa? There's no welfare state. All you're going to do is work your ass off. Yeah, we will drive the foreigners out. We will drive the foreigners out. It will create African political strength. And when the next George Floyd is killed, yeah, Africans can issue, yeah, a statement saying, actually, we don't fucking like that very much. Yeah, you see them doing? You see them choking a Chinaman to death? Have you ever seen it? You ever see a Chinese man being choked? They've got Beijing to fear. They got Beijing to fear. Yeah? So what I'm telling you, brother, is how we're missing each other, which is a joke that we're missing each other. We need to connect. Yeah. You get your resource and your army. Yeah. We get intellect. I know there's lots of intellect in Africa, but we get your intellect. We get brilliant minds. Yeah. And that's how we're going to solve our problem, brother. Remember, I'm not in Africa and I'm not in America. I don't know skin in the game. I'm as impartial an observer as is possible. Listen, mate, I'm talking like a member of the royal family here. Listen to my British accent.
Long live the king. The queen.
Long live the queen. So listen, I'm as neutral as possible. Now, if I were a Nigerian, straight up Nigerian, talking about, we don't say Akata, you can say, well, you know what? You're not impartial. You're Nigerian. You're biased. Yeah. In a way, I reject Nigeria because I reject Britain, and Nigeria is a kind of colonial offshoot. Do you know what I'm saying? So what? Anyway, brother, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm saying. Yeah. We've started the conversation. Let's not just end the conversation. Let's keep continuing with the conversation. Yeah. I'm intending to work with you, to meet you. Yeah. Let's make this thing happen. Yeah. Let's build the things we need to build. Let's build the technologies. Let's build the schools. Let's gain the resources. Let's get influence. Let's solve your problem. Let's solve my problem. How about that? What are you saying?
I like that idea. Thank you, brother. Look, I want to hold on. Everybody in the chat, give our brother your favorite emoji. Put your favorite emojis for our brother in the chat. He showed his face. He came on. He had a difference of opinion. He articulated himself. He allowed me to talk. I allowed him to talk. We didn't curse each other out. We didn't insult each other's mother. We didn't, we didn't hang up on each other. We didn't let our egos get the best of us. And for that alone, I do believe that is a step forward in the right direction. The fact that, because I always tell people that this internet thing is new, right? Like, yeah, we've had a lot of time in human history, but maybe only for the past 10 years, maybe the past 5 years, have we been able to actually broadcast ourselves straight from a handheld device to anywhere in the world. Before 10 years ago, we had to go on MTV or we had to go to these big corporations and sign a contract to get on TV. Now, for the first time in human history that we know of, average person can pick up a camera and talk to somebody in the UK, can talk to somebody in Switzerland, can talk to somebody in Cameroon. So I think the fact that we had this discussion on not just between yourself and myself, but we had this discussion, a black person from America, a black person from Britain, both discussing a place that they're not from either, technically, Africa. This is a connection that the conversation is very important. I'll just say that. I read a lot of people's comments. They were saying this conversation was amazing. They said they're going to subscribe to you. But I just want to let this be known that regardless of what happens in the future, as far as me or you, brother, I want to thank you for a productive conversation, because this is how you build. What happens is you say something, you listen. I listen to understand. If I disagree, I bring up my disagreements based on facts. And here's another big part of building. When I'm wrong or when you say something that is correct, I have to admit that is correct. Because so many times I have a 3-hour conversation with somebody and not one time did he say, okay, that's right, that's true. And see, when a person can't even admit that one of your points is correct, they're being disingenuous. So the fact that you listened to my grievances and you didn't try to dismiss them, that's what a lot of people I find do when they're trying to give me an argument. They'll hear me say a grievance and they'll try to dismiss it. But you actually gave credence to it. You tried your best to give it an explanation or tried to give it some type of reasoning. So I appreciate that. And the fact that I was just venting at first, but this has become a very, very, very powerful conversation. I'm going to put this on my YouTube. It should be up once I put it up, YouTube has been pretty good lately, so it should be up within the next 2 hours. So I suggest everybody who's in the chat right now, who hasn't been since the beginning, or even yourself, brother, I always watch my videos back. So I suggest you watch this video back and we see how productive this was. And it was amazing. I appreciate your mind. I appreciate your courage, and I appreciate your solutions. So I just want to say thank you and talk to the people. Give us one last message before we go on, brother.
Listen, this has been such a enheartening, my heart is full because you allowed this to happen. This is a testament to you. Okay? You could have blocked me. I was expecting you to block me. You could have ignored me. Yeah? You took up the challenge. Yeah? You had the guts to have the conversation. Yeah? And I believe we are now, well, our possibilities are greater as a result of that. I would say, yeah, stay in touch. Okay? Let's keep the conversation going. Yeah? And build, yeah, our future together. We can do it. Okay? One.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Hey, tell the people where they can. You said you have a channel.
I have a channel. Yes, I do have a channel.
Is it your name or what is the channel?
Oh shit! If you just click on my name, you'll find it. You click on my name. It doesn't have an official name as such, but if you click on my name in the comments, you'll find it. And then when you upload the video, I'll post it in the link.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to put your comment. I was trying to put the comments on the front. I pressed the wrong button. You said your channel is just, if you click on your name, we'll find your channel. And what else were you saying?
Yeah. I'm Mr. Nzerabi. You'll find me, Mr. Nzerabi. Just find me on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, let's continue the conversation. Yeah. I'm building out my new website. It's not up yet. Yeah. I'm building it out. Yeah. I can help you do the same. By the way, if that interests you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You've got. I mean, listen. Why don't we do that as a project? Why don't we do that as a project? Yeah. I can help build your website. How about that?
I think that's the best idea I've heard in a long time, because I do everything myself, and I need that. I've been needing that for a long time. YouTube is trying to censor me. YouTube is trying to censor all my videos.
You don't have resources, yeah? I have some technical ability, technical resources. So instead of just being another guy who's talking, another guy who's talking, and there's another one who's talking, I'm offering to you now my practical skill and ability. I'm offering that to you. What do you say, brother?
I say yes, I accept that, and I appreciate that.
Okay, I can help get a website up for you in short order. But we have to swap details and make that happen.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Listen. I believe in you. Yeah, we don't agree on everything, certainly not. But we're growing. Yeah, I believe in what you're doing. I believe in your voice, and I'm going to help you the best damn way I can. That's what I'm saying, and I'm offering my services to you. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you, brother. That's a huge gesture, and I appreciate that. And we're gonna definitely keep in touch. My channel is, I've kept my channel. So let's do this. Let's maybe leave. How about this? Do you have a pen and paper with you? I can give you my email.
Yes, indeed, I do.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me get a paper.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that?
It's JOS. I'm gonna put it in the comments too. JOSH, like Josh. Lee, Josh Lee, 2388 at gmail.com. And it's right there on the it's right there on the screen. Josh.
Oh yeah, 2388. I got it. 1 second. 88 at gmail.com. I'm gonna type in my email address here as well, just to be sure.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you to everybody in the chat, by the way. It was an amazing conversation. I feel so much better. I was able to get that off. We were able to feel. Thank y'all for always sticking through. Y'all stuck. Before y'all leave, go press the like button, because as the gentleman mentioned earlier, the damn algorithm be hating on me, and I can only try to escape the algorithm, but I know that if you get a lot of likes, that might help. So just go press the like button just because, So, you put it right there. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this right now. I'm gonna be in contact with you over email, and I think this conversation was important, and I don't think it was a coincidence. And we'll see what we can build from this, brother. That's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate your time.
Bye.
All right, brother. All right, y'all. That was that. The brother came and he spit some real shit, you know? And that's one thing, you have to be able to give it to somebody when they spit some real shit. When they have that passion and that fire and they have facts behind it, it doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they said. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means two things can be true at once, you know? If I ask you, how about this? Let's do this one last example. Uh, look, this is how I know God is real. Look. This is a car that just pulled up. Building. This is the car that just built up. Even though, masonry, you think about masonry, you're thinking of something else, but the original masonry is about building. But look what just pulled up. Talking about building. We were talking about building one block on top of another. How do you build? You build by putting one block on top of another in a strategic fashion. I'm going to say it one more time. How do you build? You build by putting one block on top of another in a strategic fashion. But if I put one block here and somebody else puts another block over there, and there's no fucking kind of coordination, we're never gonna build. It's just gonna be a bunch of people putting blocks wherever they want, and we're never gonna have shelter. So I'm gonna say this one last thing before I go. If I were to tell you, okay, here's my last thing before I go. Bow in the chat. Put how do you get to 10? Put two numbers that equal to 10. I'm gonna go first, okay? I want everybody to put just two numbers that equal 10. Your own two numbers. Don't put a bunch of different numbers that equal 10. Just put how you would get to 10 if I just asked you, what equals 10? Give me your personal mine. I say 5 plus 5 equals 10. Can somebody else tell me what equals 10? Two numbers that equal 10 when added together. I know that. Okay. Kung Fu Lee says 2 plus 8 equals 10. Can anybody else? Is there any way to get to the number 10? I said 5 plus 5. Yes. Cash and Black 5 plus 5. Where else? Give me, okay, 6 plus 4. Is there any other way to get to 10? Any others? So far we have 5 plus 5, 2 plus 8, 6 plus 4. Is there any other way to get to 10? This is going to be important. And I'm about to go after this. This is it. Okay, look. 9 plus 1. There we go. You're getting it. 9 plus 1. We got 8 plus 2. Let's just go in order. 9 plus 1. 8 plus 2. What's the next one? What's the next one after 8 plus 2? Okay. 10 plus 0. That's a good one. 9 plus 1. 8 plus 2. Let's do it. Come on. You know it. What's after 8 plus 2? Anybody know? Anybody know? This is an important question. Before I go, please hurry up. We have 10 plus 0. 9 plus, there we go. There we go. That's what I needed. We have 10 plus 0. 9 plus 1, right? You have 8 plus 2. You have 7 plus 3. You have 6 plus 4. You have 5 plus 5, right? All of those are possible ways to get to 10. But what if I was your dad and I told you ever since you were a kid that the only way to get to 10 is 5 plus 5? I'm going to say it again. What if you were a child and I was your father and I grew up telling you that the only way to get to 10 is 5 plus 5, and you trusted me, and that's the truth. Well, it's not the full truth, but it's the truth that 5 plus 5 does equal 10. So he didn't lie to you when he said that 5 plus 5 equals 10, but all you ever knew is 5 plus 5 equals 10, and that's all you knew how to get to 10. What if one day somebody came and said, hey, man, did you know that 9 plus 1 equals 10? Just out of nowhere. You'd be like, what? You'd be like, no, my dad told me 5 plus 5 equals 10. My whole life, 5 plus 5 has equaled 10. So what are you talking about not only 9 plus 1 equals 10, but 6 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, all these things equal 10 as well? Well, why didn't my dad tell me? Well, it's not that your dad lied to you because he told you the truth. He told you what he knew. He knew that 5 plus 5 equals 10. Maybe your dad didn't know that 7 plus 3 equals 10. Are you understanding my analogy? Maybe the person who told you about 5 plus 5, maybe they weren't being, they weren't trying to keep you in darkness or ignorance. Maybe they themselves only knew one way how to get to 10. But when you go to school and somebody tells you, hey, my dad told me 7 plus 3 equals 10, the first thing you might want to do is fight, or you might want to laugh or dismiss the idea or call him ignorant. But eventually, if you actually do the math, you'll see that there are a number of ways to get to 10. And no one is better or faster than the other. You cannot say that 7 plus 3 is a better way to get to 10 than 6 plus 4. You cannot say that 9 plus 1 is a better way to get to 10 than 5 plus 5. They're just different methods to get to the same result. So ultimately, what am I saying? I'm saying is, if it's the truth, it's going to equal to 10. Simple. I'll say it one last time. If it's the truth, it's going to equal to 10 in this regard. So whether it's 10 plus 1, 10 plus 0, 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 5 plus 5, regardless of what it is, if it gets to 10, I'm here for it. So the brother who called in, he was sounding like he was getting to 10. It might be different than my 5 plus 5, and we might need to iron out some shit. But at the very least, I can give that brother his credit for coming and spitting that real fire. So I hope y'all understood why, I hope y'all understood why I do what I do. I gotta go now because I'm about to go smoke some weed because I lost my joint. So now I gotta go all the way to the store, get some new joint, roll up, and then I'm gonna just chill because I'm off today. But I did want to let you know I love y'all. God bless y'all. Did y'all appreciate or enjoy or understand what was said today? Can you understand the perspective that I'm coming from? Can you understand the perspective of the other brother that called in? Can you understand that I'm just a guy out here trying to figure things out? I mean, I don't necessarily know more than you, or I'm no better than you. I'm just a guy trying to figure things out. And if it was up to me, I would never speak about racism because that shit is traumatic to speak about. Do you understand that I don't speak about racism just to get for shits and giggles or just to get views? I speak about it because it's a genuine issue that our country particularly has been brushing off for too long. So we need to talk about it. So when I talk about Africa or a lot of these things that have are very nuanced conversations, there's a lot of context involved with these conversations. So I'm never claiming to be the overall judge, jury, and executioner of these or moderator of these conversations. Because like I said, my black ass never even been outside of America. So I know that all I can speak from is a perspective of a black American, which is what I do. But I do appreciate the people who call in and comment and everything else that have a difference of opinion and perspective, but do it so respectfully. Like for instance, Chocolate Melanin. Chocolate Melanin is from the UK as well. She's been subscribed to me for a long time, always supported from the UK. She knows what I'm talking about. So it is what it is. I love you too, Chocolate Melanin. You guys said yes, you understand, you enjoyed the stream today. Anytime I can talk to y'all, I always appreciate it. I do look forward to the times where I can have a live stream with y'all because it's a very particular type of vibe when I can talk to y'all in real time. I love when y'all comment on my shit too because y'all comments be funny as hell, but I love when I can talk to y'all in real time. But just know that I don't do these live streams every day because I don't want to just be talking. When I have conversations, I want to be able to say some shit. I don't want to. You ever watch somebody's live stream and they're just staring at the comments all day? Like, why the fuck you go? Why do people go live just to stare at themselves? Like, imagine I just go live and I'm just like, "What up, y'all?" And I'm just looking in the comments all day. What up, y'all? Yeah, man. Anyway, so I'm just chilling, man. What y'all want to talk about? These niggas just be having live streams just to look at themselves talk. So I don't do that. Whenever I do a live stream, I want to have something to talk about. So thank y'all for sticking in. Before y'all leave, go press the like button because YouTube fucking hates me and they're a fucking bitch. Thank you to the brother that came in. Thank you to everybody showing love continuously. I'm going to do another live stream very soon. I can't tell you what day for sure, but Lord willing, I'm going to do another live stream. I'm going to have all the videos and all the receipts that you guys love for my live streams. I'm going to have everything. I'm going to let y'all call in again, but I just had to do a live stream today because they fucked up my chicken tender order because I'm a nigger. I'm tired of how you treating niggers out here. I can't even get chicken tenders, okay? I'm tired. I want some fucking chicken tenders. All right? I want some fucking chicken tenders. Can I have some motherfucking chicken tenders? So with that being said, y'all, you already know. I need you to vibrate higher.